StoryTime with Lilly. Alrighty.
Yay.
So, our story begins in a town called Ithasia. Don't mind the spelling, it is weird. I had to argue with people over the spelling for a while. Ignore
Sounds like
the siren. Alrighty. So, our story begins in Ithasia, a town of heroes and gods. Our story begins in a moment of peril. We had just discovered a realm called Friddleheim, and we come back to find out that there is a tear in the fabric of reality as we know it. A tear known as the Fracture, or the World Eater. And I'm assuming you can figure out what it does from that name.
It creates sunshine and happiness.
I wish. Well, anyways, so the fracture started out as a small crack in the sky above Ithasia. However, due to it eating other worlds, as it was destroying our world, structures from other worlds were getting thrown into Ithasia. And as such, we were able to find clues to try and figure out ways to slow down or stop the fracture. However, due to it being a world eater, it did take and break parts of our world, such as Dine at Night from Ithasia, which ended up in the untimely demise of Lewater Kane, as you can see from my screen. Here lies Lewater Kane. I don't know if you can see that.
F.
And then, as we find the first of many structures that the fracture had yeeted into our world.
That is canonically how it happens.
We find an old-timey radio. We, the heroes, found an old-timey radio. And as such, we tried to decipher the code, saying that the code that the radio was playing, because it was playing Morse code. And as such, we found out that the fracture was only going to grow. We were going to go out to other locations of structures that had been appearing in our world, had Dianite not decided to be the selfish, chaotic god that he is, and take the locations of all the pinpointed locations from Mianite and then realm jump out of our realm.
Thank you, Brajan,
So that comes back to
follow.
bite him in the butt later.
Welcome to the family. We are
But
right now.
I'll explain that.
Okay, sorry, Runic.
With the locations of the pinpoints gone,
we are right now.
Mianite called a late night meeting
So far of Mianite
talk
RPG,
about some good news and some bad news.
Just are newer.
The good news is that the fracture, while it is a world eater, only eats man-made structures.
There we go.
And not living beings. So there was no fear of us getting sucked up into it yet. But it was going to take buildings, and it had also just taken the blacksmith and somewhere else, I believe. I believe the bookshop.
Poor bookshop.
And as he was holding this meeting, as we were holding this meeting in the chapel, as this meeting was happening, what was happening was Dianite somehow came to our realm. Though he later, there was a giant, sorry. I'm having to write all this down into different things. I'm having to, cover all of that. And I just covered all of it, so I'm having to pull from memory. So, with the meeting in the chapel, feel free to talk, guys. It feels a little awkward, only me talking.
We're listening to his story.
Oh, don't worry, I'm just enjoying your voice.
Okay, with the meeting going underway,
we also have someone that has a corpse voice.
There was a sudden explosion outside the chapel, and there was gods and heroes alike all lost their ability to see for a short period of time. Once all of our sight was regained, we went outside to investigate what the explosion was, and we find that the fracture had dropped yet another structure into our world.
Oh, joy.
And you see right here where my mouse is?
Yeah.
That is where the grand blue
Yeah.
flame in the middle of Aphasia stood.
Oh.
The structure
wow.
the structure that the fracture dropped right on top of it, and it was a coliseum of sorts.
Great.
In the middle of this coliseum, behind a barrier, stood Dianite, but he was much different than how we last saw him. He was burnt, he was eyeless, he just seemed very much
Dead?
beaten and bruised, and we later found out this was due to the fact that he realm jumped while there was a fracture in realms occurring in our realm.
He's
Oh,
an
dear.
idiot. Don't.
He had
I
come
don't know
back
how I see about that.
to test his legion because he had planned to take his legion with him to the safe place that he found. Downside is that he was only taking the strong with him, so he had challenged each and every single one of his legion members to a one-on-one duel. First up was Nathan. He refused to fight entirely, saying he was done being controlled by Dianite, and Dianite quickly killed him. And then second was Angel. She put up a really good fight, but in the end, when the void sickness was starting to affect him more, making it harder for him to battle, he smited her to death.
Ooh.
And then finally
You
was
have
Cain.
been smoten.
Smitten.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think. Wait.
Smitten,
Wait.
whatever.
What the fuck is that? I don't know.
They're both correct. Let's be honest. Yeah.
And then finally was Cain, and at the time he was the champion of Dianite. Cain was the one to strike down the Dark Lord and ended up killing him on accident.
Oops.
And Cain himself ended up becoming the Dark Lord then. Mianite was shocked at the fact that he just witnessed his brother's death. But in his shock, he had noticed the lifeless body of Dianite was getting sucked up into the void, or into the fracture.
And Voldemort was very jealous.
Determined to not let his brother's body get away, he flew up after it. However, he was not quick enough and the body was sucked up into the fracture. But he was so quick that he himself accidentally flew into the fracture. What he did not know was that his sister Ionite was following behind him to try and keep him from flying into the fracture, but she was too slow. And then she
Wow, a family of complete imbeciles.
Why?
Wow.
That's Milady you're talking about.
Hey, I didn't say that about her.
I didn't either.
Sure.
Also,
to be
why
fair,
can
you're
I
a
hear
Tritonite.
myself?
You're a Triton ID, so you're not following Milady, so you're good.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so
Family of imbeciles.
anyway, after we had lost connection with the priest at the time, so he came back to town. He had no clue what was happening, and then Miss Pack and Angel had to fill him in on all that was happening, or all that had happened. And he, heartbroken, because he had only recently married Ionite.
Hey,
Hi, Poi.
Pry, we're getting story time with Lily.
We are.
The priest was heartbroken, and the fact that he had just recently married Ionite, because in Ithasia they hadn't married until very recently, before all this fracture
That's just tough
stuff
luck.
really went down. After they had gotten married, heartbroken he was, as he was. He knew he had to help the heroes, because he was
I
the
don't
only
think
one
I have haste,
left.
So this is okay. Now I have.
So,
So yeah, it actually does move
heavy-hearted.
really freaking fast with pace.
He sealed his chapel within a barrier to protect it from the fracture.
Also, hi,
and
Monster.
went to work
Hey.
planning. We later ran into a man named Friddle Trev in Friddleheim, who said he could build us a portal to get out of Aphasia,
I just want to
or
add,
to get
these
out of
names
this
are
realm.
amazing.
Hey, don't thank
Honestly,
me,
agree.
thank
Really
Guy.
are.
He's the one that came up with all
I'm
these
not
names.
No,
saying mean things.
not
I'm just
saying
saying they're
mean.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, they are fucking fantastic.
Friddle Trev said it was going to take a week to get this portal made, which was fine with us at the time. We later found, but after we came back from Friddleheim, after having him agree to make this portal, we found out that the fracture had grown and swallowed up the priest's chapel. The chapel was the only thing that the priest had left. And with that gone, he was not in the best mental state. He then started to see things that weren't there. He saw Ionite suddenly appear, and as such, the Ionite he saw was telling him to follow her. So he also flew up into the fracture and had fallen, as well as the gods.
You do.
Oh, so he just went insane at that point.
For lack of a better term, yeah, I guess that's how I would put it. Right,
And by
Fred?
the priest, are we talking about the one and
Monster
only?
just said
Pri-
when
the
is Pry
priest.
ever
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
right
yeah.
Monster just said when is Pry ever in the right mental state?
Wow.
Monster,
So
you're
a
gonna
week-
get smited when you get back on.
Oh yeah.
By the way, if you're wondering why you hear an echo, it's because Lily's literally streaming Discord.
I thought it was
Yeah,
my
I
fault
was
being
wondering
too
Yeah,
too.
close
just
to
mute
my
her
mic.
stream and it should be fine.
No, you're
fine.
no,
You just
anyone's
gotta
doing
mute the
that.
Discord,
No.
Sorry.
Right near the three buttons, it should mute.
He just said true. I mean, definitely not true, Monster.
Only having to stream Discord because this is the only place where I can get the pictures.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I can.
So after the issue at the priest happened, we waited the week necessary for Trev to finish his portal. And in that time, the fracture grew ever
Oh, I
bigger,
can't.
covering the entirety of Aphasia.
Alright, no, I can't.
And at this point, we heroes had gone to investigate, as well as get on our way to Friddleheim to get to said portal. And at the time, the fracture was actually using the voices of those who had flown in to it to try and lure us to go in.
That's just fucked.
It used Lady Ionite's voice, it used Lord Mianite's voice, it used Lord Dionite's voice, it even used Kane's voice because he flew in.
Wow.
Like an idiot.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Kane flew in not long after becoming the Dark Lord. And
Was
that
it
was
a
awkward.
wait. Oh, Kane's in here, that's why. I'm like, wait, no, hold on.
And at one point, when we were running away from it, it was even starting to try and use our voices against us.
Oh, that's just fucked.
Whoa.
I think it's pretty
We made it
progress.
to Friddleheim. We all made it to Friddleheim in one piece. I believe I was the first one there. We ran to Friddle Trev's house, and then we later found out we had to leave all of our belongings in Friddleheim to use the portal.
Oh no.
Ooh.
This was bad because Jess had to leave her her hammer Mjolnir.
Oh, so yeah, she had Mjolnir.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. I
Makes
hadn't bring her
sense.
up yet. She hadn't come up yet in the story, so I never mentioned that. So we had to leave all of our belongings, and we all jumped in, assuming Trev would follow after us. But he didn't, and we later find out he had tricked us. For he was a villain we faced later in the story.
Great.
As we found out.
So just asshole.
He
being
was
asshole,
named-
okay.
He revealed his true identity to be Groknir. And there's more on him later.
Hey, the names in here. I think that's my
That's
favorite.
pretty close to the child in the Mandalorian. I like it.
So, our heroes are falling through the void for what seems like a while. until they land in Skyvale, where they were very confused as they saw versions of Mianite, and Ionite, yet the Mianite and Ionite didn't remember them, and they learned. This is a different realm, different gods, all that. So they befriended the gods and all of that. And in this world, Pry the priest and Ionite have been married for a lot longer than the Pry and Ionite of our original world. And, sorry. The Pry and Ionite we bring up the name Groknir to both Pry and Mianite and learn that he is actually from Skyvale originally.
Huh.
He was the Lord of Greed of Skyvale. Obsessed with gold and eventually died, and apparently his skull turned into gold. The skull is in Mianite's house, lest I check.
That's what that is.
If you're curious what that golden skull was. That's what we were
Yeah.
told the day we fell.
Wow. I haven't even been in my house yet.
Yeah. We had not met the Dianite of Skyville yet, as he was out of town. We also find out that Cain is the son of the Skyvalian Dianite.
Oh yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
That I knew.
He had been stolen at a young age and ended up in Ithasia somehow. And that was quite interesting because it also brought Cain back from the fracture,
Huh.
which we thought was impossible. So, after meeting Mianite and the others, we were sent on a quest to find 3 different gems. And these 3 gems would form to create the reality. These 3 gems were powerful, each in and of themselves. Later, the Skyvalian Dianite comes along and steals all 3, forging them into the reality orb that we know today.
Oh, okay.
Wait. I think I missed something. Reality orb. What is
Yes,
that?
it sounds like Reality Stone.
Bring that up in a minute.
Wait, what reality stone? Wait, now
Avengers.
you're just adding
Avengers.
confusing things.
Avengers.
Oh, yeah, that thing. You think I paid attention there?
The reality orb is the
Thing.
key part in some of the later story.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
So
Basically,
he fused
yeah.
all 3 of these gems into the reality orb, and once he had done that, he started yanking random residents of Skyvale to test to see if it worked. And later, he uses this on Ionite, the priest, and our friend Jess, who was a demigod, but she got turned into a mortal in this world, and they are all tossed into the Hellbound Institute, and each
Sounds
charged
like
with a certain crime, and they weren't allowed out. Jess was charged with arson. The priest was charged with betrayal. Ionite was charged with mutiny. Mianite was charged with mutiny as well. And in this prison, they produced a special drug that made it so you would never want to leave. You'd see it as a beautiful paradise rather than a prison.
Percy Jackson.
True.
Yes,
Yeah,
actually.
pretty much.
True.
Yeah.
But it
Also,
pretty much
I
brainwashed
love
you.
it. So, did Jess ever actually commit arson?
Not that I know of, no.
Well, if they ever did, favorite
Yeah.
character.
Though they did light my house on fire once, though I lived under an island.
Yeah, I was told if I ever went to prison, it'd be for arson.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Well, anyways, so on with the story. After they had been thrown in prison, we had found out that he is not able to brainwash other gods. So he could not brainwash Ionite or Mianite, but he could hold them there. And he was trying to find a way to brainwash the other 2. If I remember correctly. Probably if I'm getting any of this wrong, let me know. And as such, we had devised a plan to break them out. Now, the Hellbound Institute was named that way for a reason. It was in a entirely different world called Hellbound, which is Skyvalian Dianite's personal realm. And as such, he had the entire prison hidden away deep in further back in Hellbound. We had to cross Lava Lake to open a gate, and then we had to trek along a path to get to the prison to begin with. And in our first break into the Hellbound Institute, we managed to free Mianite and the priest by breaking in through the sewer, which was filled with lava.
Great.
Sounds about right.
Of course
Huh.
it was.
Sounds so familiar.
Because these things are never easy.
Now
night,
it should
Carlos.
sound familiar. We've been there before. And I've taken you there before.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has.
I think that.
Out of
Yeah.
character, I've taken you there before.
Yeah. out of
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
We've been.
And it got
tour
dragged to the
there.
void. But that's later in the story. They had been charged with those crimes. We had broken out Mianite and Pry. We later find out that they had moved Mianite into solitary confinement after we broke out Mianite and the priest. And we've also found out that without Mianite, we couldn't get the priest's memories back because the drugs that they had been giving him made it to where his memories had been changed and whatnot.
Mm.
To where he wasn't able to remember who he was and all that.
Great.
Sounds familiar.
As such, we had staged another breakout. But this time we were split into two different groups with two different objectives. Well, different groups with different objectives. And Kane, you might want to pay attention to this part. I know you're in here.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
Observant
no, I
look.
say that in a nice way because he and I are editors of the wiki thingy, and this is the part where he doesn't know half of the story.
Ah, okay.
Alrighty. So, this portion of the story gets split into two different storylines, but they converge later. So, the team that was made up of the Dianites was tasked with, I don't remember exactly what they were tasked with, but in the end, they ended up bringing back Boo, who is Angel's former lover, who was killed by this Ithasian Dianite, as well as it was a trial to find out who would be Dianite's champion. And as such, it was they had to parkour over a lava lake
Hardcore
to
parkour.
try and get to the Hellbound Blade, which is Dianite's god weapon.
I mean, if you want to see hardcore parkour, I can take you to the parkour.
Hold on, what
Oh, yeah.
what are god weapons?
Oh, the god weapons are the weapons that the gods bestowed onto their champions. Incredibly strong, incredibly powerful. If you right-click them on any certain block, it'll heal you. That was the special aspect of them. So,
Rip.
by a popular vote, Lucifer was named the champion of Dianite. And with the other
I
team,
wonder
they were
why. Nothing.
Okay. Meanwhile, with the other team, we were tasked with breaking out Mianite. This was the team of Ionites and the Mianites, and one Dianite who betrayed his group,
Mhm.
also known as Nathan.
Yeah,
Of
I
course.
knew that one.
And the
I do
Mianite,
know.
No
the one
surprise.
Mianite in the group at the time had a specific task given to them by Mianite. And we later find out that the Dianite who had betrayed his group had been given a specific task by Ionite. Nathan's job was to steal back the reality orb from Dianite. And Mina's role in this comes in later. So we got back Mianite, got him back to Ithasia, got him to the priest so he could bring back his memories. Accidentally brought back the Ithasian priest for a bit,
Whoops.
which was awkward, but then that got fixed. And
Under a carpet.
we later find out that Nathan was tasked with stealing the orb back. And we find out that the Dianites had picked their champion and as well as brought Boo back. And sorry, trying to remember that. And then we later find out Mina had been tasked with laying explosives all around Hellbound.
Hellbound go
Dude.
boom.
So he did this to his gold.
Where's intro and there's nuclear weapons with me where we need them?
That kinda
Mina
makes me wish I was there for that. But...
Mina did as she was told, laid out all the explosives, and then they set off the explosions.
Correction.
Only destroy the
I had
prison.
the option to explode it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't lay any TNT. What
Oh.
you call it? They gave me a choice to blow up or to not blow up, and I was so freaking sick and tired of my friend that was dying and getting captured by this freaking place. I blew it
Okay.
up.
So my bad.
I love that. There's a correction there. I didn't place the TNT. I just lit it.
So basically what you're saying is it's like
Turns out
going
it
to the
came and I
option
pressed
scene.
the
I just
sword.
merely pressed the detonator button and ran.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mina was given the choice of deciding whether or not to blow up the prison, but she had chosen to blow it up. And as an unintended consequence, it blew up the entire realm of Hellbound.
Oh my gosh.
It
I
completely
job.
destroyed the
totally
realm.
wish that had been me who had blown it up. That would have been
Yeah.
awesome.
Nice job.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
I was like, yeah, that was unintended.
We all
Sure.
We all
Sure,
convened
wink,
at where
wink,
Pry
nudge,
was.
nudge.
Hi.
We all convened at where the priest was, who was formerly known as the Seeker, but then became the priest again. And, dear God, more people are joining.
Yuto!
Hi,
Hi.
Yuto. Welcome back. It's story time with Lily.
Yeah. There's like 3 of us streaming, maybe 4.
No, there's
And,
only one.
as such, with the
No. On
Oh,
Twitch.
okay. Oh, okay.
after the prison had been destroyed, all of
Only
the
pull
gods
trigger,
and the priests.
officer.
One moment. After this, I gotta.
Sorry to repair stuff.
Okay, Pry just corrected me on something.
Oh.
Mianite knew he was blowing up the realm. He just told Mina it was specifically the prison. Oh.
I feel
Oh.
like that was just
Wow.
added. I feel like that was just
Wow.
added.
Wow.
Wow.
That was
Hey,
just
Pry, I
added.
didn't know that portion.
Wow. So,
I feel like only Fry knew that one
so
until
Mina
now.
just got backstabbed by Mianite and got lied to by her god.
Oh god.
Gee, Hogger's in
I
the
mean,
chat.
Poggers in the chat.
I mean, wouldn't be the first time that, followers got lied to, but,
You're correct.
True.
Yeah, anyway.
all the dying IDs about Nathan.
I would never have done that if I knew that. Sure you would have. Sure you would have known.
my lord, why?
So after the prison had gotten blown up and Dianite came to yell at Mianite and stuff, we later find out that Nathan had been tasked with stealing the reality orb back from the Dark Lord.
And
And-
all the other Dianites
And no
were
one
like,
else
what
knew
the
that
fuck?
he was doing this.
And all the other Dianites are like, what the fuck?
After he had given the orb to Ionite, Ionite proceeded to use it to yeet her brother into the fracture, which then later causes the Athasian Dianite to come out of the fracture. And apparently he's alive after that, after being in the fracture for a bit.
Huh.
She also uses the reality orb to bring back an old world of hers, or an old realm of her, or area of hers. I will be right back.
Okay.
I
Blue
gotta go get some more help.
intermission.
Yes, intermission.
Yeah,
Whoa.
intermission.
Like, I guess it's just us two just tag team efforting this here in the
Yeah.
grinding area. We're
Dude,
just having up to
Definitely does
I'm just getting
sound
to
like a lot
30.
of what's going on right now.
I'm about to
Yeah,
get useful items.
there's some things.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Who's echoing?
For God's sake, I had to get the VR.
Everyone's echoing. It's because you're watching Lily's stream. She's streaming Discord directly.
Yeah, just if you bottom right corner, there's 3 options. There's a full screen pop out, and there's like a speaker button. Click that, and it meets it.
Oh. Yeah, I see. Gotcha.
It's because it's streaming something that's streaming, and it's Discord hates that.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi back.
I'm dead.
No,
Okay.
of course.
An
Hey,
ambulance.
back. I'm daddy.
My dog's ears
No.
are itchy, so.
No.
Aw.
Never
allergies.
again.
So the area that Ionite brought back was called the Ion area, and each of us Ionites got awarded a house there.
I still
Or
need.
got
to
given a
fill-
house there.
I still need to fill the inside.
I was the only one that decorated.
Yeah, I know.
And later, not too long after Ion area was brought back, a gold fracture appeared above part of the Ion area, dropping the priests from Athasia's old chapel into Ion area.
Whoa.
As
That
you can
priest
see
must
by the
like
thing on
traveling.
screen.
No, well the thing
That
is,
priest must have a free passport anywhere he wants to go
Well,
in
the
the
thing
world.
is, it
I would
wasn't-
love that.
Yeah.
The chapel's
me-
is
Asian priest
actually a
wasn't
TARDIS.
inside. Only it was only the
Finally,
chapel, no
someone has said something about Doctor
Wait.
Who. I thought I was the only person who even knew what that show was.
no, I know.
You're so the
No,
person. There's
I am
someone in the
British,
call who literally added a TARDIS to the resource pack.
Yeah.
Who?
You
Please
designed
tell
the
me
Hunter.
what they
TARDIS
are.
resource pack in the call.
Yeah, there's 2. No, technically, there are 2 in the pack.
Holla, hi.
It was the same model.
Yeah, same
May or may
model,
not be
slightly
me.
different,
Slight difference.
but
Ooh.
regardless.
We good to continue?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
I guess.
Alrighty.
I think my dog has stopped barking.
So it was just the chapel, no priest. She changed up the colors to where it was all purple. And then we are later brought to Ion area to explore and whatnot. And we find out, and we see Ionite's temple, and it is huge. And there's actually a statue of her champion, which happens to be me, actually. Or was me. I'm not sure if that's still a thing.
Aw.
I think it's me now. I'm not gonna lie.
Fry has neither
Not
confirmed
an
nor denied
Ionite
that I am.
I'm joking. It
Still
can't be me
Probably.
for obvious reasons.
What?
And then,
You're so sexy.
beginning of
How
chapter-
couldn't it be you?
Because I'm dead. Spoiler.
No.
the beginning of chapter 5.
Are you sure?
No.
You're not sure. Oh my god, it's cool.
Ethan, fuck's
Oh my
sake.
God. Okay.
Ethan, shut up. We're having story time.
He's
See,
left.
Fry, this
he
is
left.
where
He
I say
already
that we
left.
should be able to mute and deafen people.
Right. So, beginning of chapter 5. Lord Mianite holds an emergency meeting at the chapel. I actually have a drawing of this, of what happened this day.
Ooh.
Take that, put on
Oh,
sword.
yeah, I've
But I
seen
don't, I don't feel like pulling that out right now.
Put on the envelope.
You're fine.
Put on sword.
So
yeah.
what happened
Hey,
was...
hey, you want this on your sword or something?
That's fine.
This sword
Wait,
has
wait,
it.
wait, cease. Stop.
Did you say that was me?
I've got full money, don't worry.
I'll just-
shoot, wrong button.
I'll just keep this if you don't mind.
Yeah, fine. It's out here.
There we go. Storyline so far. Storyline teasers.
Just casually an invisible person on the map. Ignore that. Nothing to see there.
So we had the meeting at the chapel. Mianite was going over stuff as needed. But then these weird particles started to appear around him like crazy. And then suddenly he was snatched up into thin air. We later find out the same thing happened to... And then out of nowhere, Grockner appears. Oh, he first. We don't know who he is at first, and then he brings up the name Friddle Trev, and then we realize that's
Oh, fuck.
Grockner.
Hmm.
He proceeds to freeze us in time, and this was on a Wednesday, so you're perpetually stuck on a Wednesday
For a whole week.
for a whole week.
God,
Actually, I think it was
Wednesday's
multiple weeks.
Wednesday as well.
As
Halfway through the week.
Boo kept calling it Wankered Wednesday.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, being honest, that probably is accurate in our nightclubs. I might have to use that. Thank you. That's pretty good.
Oh my god.
And while frozen in time, Grockner decided to mess with time.
Nice.
And this is actually the chapter where we go through characters' backstories and whatnot. So I might get them out of order, and don't yell at me if I do. But I remember everyone's backstory. I just can't remember the exact order we went.
I love that.
Okay, so I guess I'll start with someone in the call, because we
Connor,
could have
don't
really
worry,
done this
you'll be
in
able to
order.
watch the VOD later. So
Sorry,
that way
say
you
Why
that-
can
don't
see
you,
say
it.
that-
why don't you go,
Lovely.
Lily? Why don't you just go down the list?
Okay, well,
Yeah, fair.
the
You're
first
gonna have
person
to.
to get to that was actually at the event was Mina,
Oh.
Yep.
the very bottom of the list.
What?
Okay, well, you're gonna have
so
to start from the
Mina's
top.
To
first,
what?
though.
Your backstory.
Well, I guess that means I cover my
Wait,
backstory
Mina,
first.
I thought you didn't have a backstory.
I kinda
Yes, she
do,
does.
but kinda didn't.
Mina was a wanderer lost in the infinite forest. She was given a map to find somewhere. I believe it was the realm of Mianite. And yeah, they were given the map. They got lost, and then later they find out. But later, Grockner changed the story to where he's the one that gives them a portal that leads out of there, but they never make it to the realm of Mianite because of him. Because he changed the story.
Just-
I guess I'll go over Boo's next, since no one really knows Boo's backstory.
I really don't know, Boo.
Mhm.
So Boo, the lover of Angel. The technically third lover of Angel.
God, that's a lot.
Because this was a revived version of her at the time.
God,
Okay,
I can't even manage one, and you manage three.
Well,
Well, no, let me explain. So originally, she had married and fell in love with Boo once as a different person, and that Boo got killed by Lord Dianite of Ithasia. Then she
specifically
fell in love with
Athesia.
Friddle Jeff, and then
Jess, who is
and then she died in
apparently
Hellbound
because of the goddamn Council of Dianite.
because of the Council of Dianite. Yes, she
That was-
died because
that
of the
was
Council of
trippy.
Dianite.
At least it wasn't the City Council. God.
And then she fell in love with Boo, revived after they revived her.
Who now went by Bo.
Yeah, Boo, whatever. However you
Yeah.
pronounce it.
Bo.
Bo.
I just say Bo.
I mean,
And
then-
that's it's actually
And
how
now Bo is missing. She went to go search for her father, who is getting brought up in this story. So, Bo was from a mafia family.
Fair.
And
That's the
Was it
backstory.
the Ackermans?
That's all that needs to be said.
I mean, yeah.
being from a mafia family, she was okay with killing. However, she was the loose cannon of the family. And at one point, her father had sent her away to try and protect her. And at this point, this is where Grockner messes with her story and takes her away to somewhere else.
Oh, great.
So she never makes it to the realm of Mianite. And then Angel Story, which kind of relates to Ayana, but at the time Ayana wasn't there, so I don't know.
What is the Pog news?
Angel was a scientist. Angel was a scientist from a faction who had like large control over the world, and she was tasked with she had decided to do some wither experiment,
Let's go, Alpha!
wither experimentation and stuff. And in her experimentation, she created the Master Wither,
Nice! That is Pog. That is so fucking
the
Pog.
strongest wither of them all, and it ended up.
The Wither Storm.
No, not the Wither
no,
Storm.
no.
Different.
No,
Yes, the Wither
I
Storm.
keep making that joke, yeah.
Yeah, you keep making that joke, but that's not actually what it is.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. What this wither ended up doing, this Master Wither, it ended up destroying her entire realm, killing her, and she crawled back from hell. But
Hence why
Brockner
she has
changed-
horns.
You're almost there.
Yeah.
Brockner
Keep
changed her story to where she
going.
never died,
Awesome.
thus never made it to the realm of Mianite.
The follower one is easy. It is most definitely the average.
I guess I'll go over the more interesting story before I get to mine.
It took me 5 years, but sometimes.
Lily, no.
Actually,
That's just like
where,
an install.
genuinely though, where are you guys?
I'm at the grinder at the moment.
Okay, so
Cal
we're-
and I are
Sound
in.
weird.
Cal and I are in
That
front
sounds
of
weird.
the memorials for Mina, Des, and
Yeah.
Runic.
Okay, so the next story is Rindu, the frog.
I'm doing fine.
Randall.
I'm just working on getting some more.
Her story
Jack
actually,
Rambo.
the end.
No, Randu.
No.
R-A-N-D-O-O.
I heard
Ray
it
and
said
Dumont.
Randu.
I am
just
totally
God
not
damn
going
it,
to continue to
Buns.
call him Rambo.
Yeah, no, it is Randu. Trust me, we've
We just
we've
call-
had
we
so
just-
many
we just
people
call-
call her Randu.
We just call her
Rambo.
Frog.
Yeah, we call her
That's too
Frog, so
perfect.
that way we
You could
remember.
Yeah, we call her Frog.
Hit tab and look at my face. It's just,
Nice.
totally not a fanboy.
Okay, so, where was I? Right, Rand, the frog. Actually, no, I should cover the frog last because her story is the
It's
end of
technically. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the end
Alrighty.
of the line because.
So
reasons.
Nathan, I'll cover Nathan next.
Ah.
Nathan was. Nathan's story has a lot of betrayal in it. He was betrayed by the king of his realm because he betrayed the king. At least I believe that's how it is. And as after being betrayed by the king, he slaughtered most of a village. Not only letting the children survive. And where Grockner comes in, he changes the story to where he just outright takes Nathan from the village he is desecrating. Let's see. So I've covered Angel, Boo, Nathan, Mina, Dragon. I need to cover Dragon. So Dragon actually existed originally existed as someone else in a realm called Mystic, but they got cursed with the thing where they die and then they come back in someone else's body, so they're perpetually like falling through bodies. Where Grockner comes into the story, he makes it so that doesn't happen anymore. Takes her so that doesn't happen anymore. At least that's what he promised.
Makes it to the realm of Mianite.
And makes it so she never gets to the realm of Mianite. I don't think we ever went. Yeah, we never went up Kane's story. Yuto was still trying to figure out his story.
What? And however, we played it off as my mind was too noisy. There were too many spirits inside, and I eventually rolled with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact, did you know Yuto stands for like the four
and
different
I'm
souls
still
that are in
having to get
Yuto?
onto it.
Yes, I knew
I know,
that.
nobody...
I want to pay
God
someone to do
fucking
it.
damn
I
it,
just don't have the
someone...
money.
I
It's
knew
literally
that.
just-
Just trying to
Apparently
figure
I'm the
out
only one who didn't know that.
what to do for now.
Yeah, Y
So,
for
everything is
Yasuka,
still getting, like,
U for
slowly set up.
Ukato,
It just
T for
takes
Tuck, and
I mean, I know
O
it
for
now.
Otani.
Shame on
So-
you.
I'm gonna be getting notes and
I guess my story's next.
So don't worry.
So
Yep.
I was a kid,
They're on their way.
born in a normal world. No magic,
It
none
takes
of that.
forever for me
Except
to figure
for
it out.
in my world, apparently Herobrine actually did exist.
Rip.
the only odd part about my world. And around the age of 6, I ended up with a second soul in my body, who I later named Lilly Brine. Well, my parents kicked me out of the house because of
Yeah,
that.
procrastination does
in that
help
world.
too. It also doesn't help
And
that I'm a lot now.
one day, wandering through a park, I came across a
I'm
hole.
busy.
Was gonna go investigate, and where Brackner interferes with the story, he comes up to me saying I shouldn't be talking to myself, that's not healthy. I get startled, stumble back, and fall into the hole that way.
Oof.
So yeah, my story is literally just I fell in a hole.
I too
hole
enjoy
you
holes.
won't.
Oh my god.
I knew what you do, Renee.
Can that be DMCA because like 4 of us
No.
are streaming?
No.
No,
Okay, good.
Fine, don't worry.
Or copyrighted or whatever.
no,
Nah, you'll be fine.
it'll be good.
Okay.
Gucci.
Alrighty,
I
so
wouldn't put it
after
on you.
Sorry, Alpha, my chat just said, just did the I too enjoy holes, random person 2021 quote.
Shut up.
It's holy. You know?
Wait,
The hole.
is someone streaming?
Yeah.
there's
Three.
multiple people
There's
streaming.
like 4 of us.
Oh, okay. Give me one of your names.
Shadow Island.
Lucky.
Yes.
Wait, can someone type shadow whatever in chat?
Checks promotion.
Okay.
Okay, is this on YouTube or what?
Twitch.
Twitch.
They use Twitch.
I do Twitch,
Oh.
and then I export my VODs over to YouTube.
Shadow.
I do
yeah.
the same
You're
thing.
kind of not allowed to. You're kind of not allowed if you are
Gosh,
affiliate or partner with Twitch to go and stream on YouTube. Which sucks, but you know what it is. It is what
Yeah.
it is. God damn it!
Oh, this is so cute. I love this. Everything about this.
Damn it.
But yeah.
No.
Sorry, I'm a YouTube plebeian. I only recently made a Twitch account.
I mean, here's the funny thing is this is now my second Twitch account because the first one I had got hacked, and then this one I've had for about ever since 2016, but the other one I've had since about 2012, 2013. So I've been
To
doing
continue, or
Twitch
should I
for a long
wait?
time.
Go
Keep
for it.
going.
Continue.
Alright. Alrighty. So next, the story of the frog, otherwise known as Randumon. The
Sorry,
story
I-
of the frog. They grew up in a swamp. And in said swamp, they found an item that unintentionally destroyed their entire village.
Huh.
Grockner shows up later in the story. Oh wait, no, I should cover something else. I need to cover something else before I cover. Sorry. So after a good portion of our stories had been told, the priest managed to break free from the prison Grockner was keeping him in, and as such, Grockner was pulling power from him, Mianite, and Ionite to stabilize the thing that was letting him enter our memories, or our timelines and such.
God damn it, Alpha.
I can't hear any of you.
You're
I
fine.
don't
Don't
think
worry.
any of us were
Don't
talking.
worry.
I'm talking to Alpha Mega Chad 1.
Okay, so yeah. When Pry managed to break free, it destabilized the stability of the machine, making it so we actively had to hide to avoid being seen by past
I
people.
hate how I sound myself.
This was
Don't
active in
worry.
Nathan's story
But,
and active in
yeah.
Randu's story. So we had to actively hide from the person of the memories we were in. With Randu, she had found an item that Grockner was looking for to destroy things. After Grockner had finished going through our memories and collecting
Alpha,
and changing
fine, don't
timelines,
worry.
one
Apart
moment,
from my
Mom.
own. Apart from my own, because again, at that point in
Yeah.
time, I was still cut. I had just recently switched over my skin, and it out of character. I had just recently switched over my skin and was trying to come up with an actual backstory. I came up with it like literally the day of when my backstory was supposed to be told. So they just played it off as your mind is too noisy.
GG.
Your mind is.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay.
I know it would be easier to break the
GG,
torch.
right? Yeah.
I'm just.
No, I feel
I-
like
that's
After he
for
had gotten
when
the
I'm
item he
not
was looking
mining in
for,
my
as well
room.
as messing with our timelines to make us time clone soldiers for him,
Time clone.
he had just outright let go of Mianite and Ionite to where they were able to help us fight him in the final battle, which happened to be an Iphasia, a twisted.
There. Torch
And we
was
had to
removed.
fight time clones of ourselves.
and they hurt
I
like
normally don't mine in my
motherfuckers.
room, so that's
Yeah.
why I don't know. Like,
And
torch, right?
as such, while we were busy dealing with the time clones,
Can someone please get
Mianite,
moved on
Ionite,
a
and
different street?
the recently
I'm trying
returned
to stream.
Iphasia Dionite were taking on Groknir. They had almost killed Groknir when the current villain, Trigonite, showed up. Also
Literally,
known as
Yes.
literally Groknir welcomed Trigonite. Literally, Groknir welcomed Trigonite into his body, and thus,
Yeah.
Yeah. Trigonite absorbed Groknir's soul, and thus started the whole story as we've known it so far. So,
Lovely.
the introduction of the lab, which I will cover in just a moment. I need to see what my mom wants.
Okay.
Woo.
but suffice it to say,
The story
Gro-
doesn't end here.
Yeah, no, story doesn't end here.
I'll be right back.
Story break. Story intermission.
Woo.
Second intermission.
But in all actuality, at
Cal's a god killer.
Oi,
Only
oi.
bad god killer. Bad god killer. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Let my
see.
but yeah,
There
what,
is a
what do you
difference.
what do you think of the story so
sorry.
far, Deus?
Don't hurt me. I
Don't
don't
worry
wish
about
to die. Not yet. If I die, I don't want it to be meaningless.
There.
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
die
do
for
it
that.
Yeah.
fulfilling my dreams of burning down the entirety of this world.
I like how we're both just sitting a tag team in this at the same time.
Yeah.
We've been, like randomly taking over from each other.
Okay, I'm
We're,
back.
we're just stood at
Welcome
score
back.
taking over from one another. Hi back.
Welcome back.
Oh my fucking.
This is just a story in my
so-
mainstream.
Continuing the story.
Hold on. Hunter, just
Will do, Mom!
look at the name of this sword right here.
Here, I'm gonna disconnect for a little bit, and I'll come back on my phone. I need to take out some trash.
Okay.
Okay.
This has turned into like a story and mining stream, and I'm just loving it.
There we go.
A quick commercial break while we're doing this. Please, could you go to our affiliation page?
The funny thing is,
I would.
I have the option to run an ad, and I'm just like, nah, I don't feel like running ads.
I
wish I had a title
I would
card
say
for,
like,
like-
a page here, but obviously you guys are gonna get like copied, so nah.
Good.
I wish
good.
I had
also,
like a card for like be right back or something. I don't know.
Also,
Yeah.
good. Also, good God. Good Claire.
Probably very,
Just a little bit.
more than likely.
What?
Just a little bit of redstone.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, hello. Redstone in here, redstone ore here, coal and coal ore.
Mm,
And I have gold.
I could do that, and I just filled my inventory of diamonds and said, "Good enough."
Oh, Alpha, don't worry. I don't mind the torture. I'm used to it.
Good
Okay,
enough.
No, she does mind.
I have.
I do not mind the torture.
No, she does.
It's
No,
actually
she
pretty
minds.
funny. I
No, she
No,
she
no,
110
fine.
Can't respond to that one.
110% minds. Don't believe her.
I do not
She
mind at all.
minds.
I do not mind at all because
Oh,
No,
come on.
there's
no, I
gonna
was
be
saying your
gonna be
mind.
even more torture coming soon.
God, she isn't
to,
getting
to
our puns
Ayana.
here.
I get the puns. I'm just not responding to them.
I'm well aware. Smug grin.
God damn it, Ghost.
Side
Side effect:
effect.
facing your fears, death.
That seems like a not good.
That's not gonna help Cal.
It'll be
What is this?
fine.
Land division.
Apparently. Okay, good. He's not in VC no more.
They just said
I think Pry would have killed us.
entire
if he got
ad that Mr.
No,
Ghost just did and
no.
realized I was muted and disappointed.
Oh
Monster.
I know.
No.
But it's fun though.
No.
Huh?
No.
Oh my fucking.
I think Pry got tired of listening to StoryTime.
I think they're all
I
doing
am not a
stories and stuff then.
masochist. I like to see how far I can push myself before I actually
I
get
am.
physical pain.
I think Pry's on
I
Iron
think I,
Has
lower
the
down.
10
that's
plus
not
hour
exactly.
stream? Has the 10 plus hour stream yesterday, like the 10 plus hour total streams yesterday, and then the 15 hour plus total streams the day before not said anything?
You know,
I will
that's not
push
quite.
myself.
It's not quite masochist.
I think Pry's still there because Lady's account
Yes, Lilly.
was on before and she's
Okay.
got.
Yeah.
So
So I think
I ended
she's
off
on there.
Oi,
at the lab, right?
what?
Yes, the lab.
I ended off at the lab part.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am not a masochist! God damn it! Now my
Whoa.
chat thinks I'm a masochist!
You, well, I mean, I know I am, but we've already.
Hate saying that you are 100% a masochist.
No. Me and
Wow.
Alpha Mega Chad 1 have confirmed that you are in fact a masochist.
Hello.
I'm not a masochist.
Yes, hello.
We hear you, Lily. We hear you.
That
Har.
name is just
Oh, fun! I
the
signaled being
best.
weird.
Even
Oh, dear.
better than perhaps some of the Mianite lore character
Can we hear
names.
you, kind of?
It's kind of hard to hear behind Deus.
Yeah.
Because
Is
Deus's
Runic
voice
still
just.
on the
Sorry.
server?
Okay,
It's
I'm sorry.
so amazing and
Okay,
awe-inspiring.
Is
So,
Runic
the lab.
still on the server?
Yes, the lab.
So, after the incident with Gronkner and the introduction of Trichonite, we get the story of Trichonite explained to us. We also get shown a lab that Mianite and Ionite have been working on. Dianite just
Yeah.
supplied them with a lot of lava.
Yeah,
Just-
I was
just-
there
just-
for this. This is where
just-
this is where I came in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
story.
had. Yeah, I was not able to be on at this point, but I
Yeah.
did get to see it later. It is very cool.
Dianite just dumped a lot of lava on the ground, but they ended up turning the lava into a power source. I'm quoting the gods there, not me.
Dianette said, fuck you too. Here's
Yeah.
my
Nice.
And as such, we find out that they have been using not only their essence, but the reality orb as a way to kind of repurpose the machine Gronkner had used to flip their memories to try and stop Trichonite before he could mess with things too much.
We still haven't learned what the escape procedure is yet, have we?
Escape procedure BBB.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, we
so-
haven't
We
learned
also
that
found
yet.
out that they made a Dynamite at the lab. I gotta mute real quick.
And Kane promptly made himself lay waiter Kane yet
Well,
again.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
I was a bit like, she can't see the
Cave
chat.
Johnson absolutely.
Yeah.
No, this is absolutely a Cave Johnson moment.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Instead, make life take those lemons back. I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these?
pretty
I
damn
love
much.
that quote. It's
Yeah.
so good. What's
I'm
it?
gonna
Where's
make-
I
it?
think
I'm
that
gonna have my-
quote somewhere made it in somewhere, and I think I think it was Shattered Stars that was put into the Shattered Stars series that I was in.
Huh.
It's such a good quote.
It
It
is.
is,
It's a really fucking good quote.
Here we go. I've got it. All right. I've been thinking. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take those lemons back. Get mad.
Yeah.
I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day that it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you
Oh,
know
I
who
like
I
this
am?
guy.
I'm the man who's going to burn down your house with the lemons.
I
Oh
love
my
this guy.
fucking.
You-
Oh my
no, this
Sorry,
is legit.
if you guys saw me type no hate in the chat, I'm legit talking to hate in my stream chat because he just said you put them in Ayana's eyes because she's a masochist. I'm like, no!
What?
Yeah.
No!
This is screaming
Rude.
yes.
I
So
Standard.
good.
Hi, Angel.
Hi,
Welcome to
story
Story
time.
Time with Lily, and apparently me
Hi.
having to tell my stream I'm not a masochist.
What?
It is what it is. Just another day on the server.
Welcome to story time. We're catching up the new peeps.
Hi.
I think we should be saying welcome to insanity, but you know, close enough.
And insanity.
I'm not
Anyhow.
a masochist.
Yeah, hey, really.
Meanwhile,
Yes, I
So
have
we good?
I'm clipping out of context.
yeah.
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 Also, Lily, when you're able to get back on, then we can get the
Okay.
Fuck
So the story. I ended up at the lab part where they explained the machine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we were
Yeah.
talking about
So-
exit procedure BBB.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
mentioned-
that's
and
a
the
story
dine
for
at
another
night.
time.
And the dine at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
where
Dynamite.
where the waiter Kane became the manager Kane.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
Okay, so after being introduced to the lab, we were tasked with the mission of going into Trichonite's memories without him knowing.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
And as such, we got transported back to the god's old home, the Odinset Manor. The place where the gods were born and grew up.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
We also found out that Pry, the priest of this world, was originally a raider. And that's how we met Ionite.
Mm.
And we had to explore through the manor, trying to find clues and whatnot. At one point, we found out how the Hellbound Blade was made, which is Dionite's weapon of choice.
Oh no.
And it is actually, well, it's technically the weapon of the champions. He
Yeah.
needed his staff, but
The Staff of Chaos, yeah.
he made the Hellbound.
Hellbound Blade. Yeah. I'll cover champion weapons later if need be.
Mhm. Sorry, Alpha just freaking clipped me saying apparently I'm a masochist, and I'm not happy.
Alright. Anyhow,
Nah.
Okay, so
I'm just kidding. I accept it, it's fine.
story, right?
What?
We
I'm
managed to get rather far before Trichonite realizes we're there, and proceeds to stick us in a mind maze, which was confusing as hell.
Fun.
Amazing.
shut up.
God fucking damn it.
But I got lost a couple times in the maze, if I'm being honest.
Oh dear.
People kept teleporting to me,
I was probably one
and
of
it
them.
took multiple attempts to try and guess the combination to get out. Because multiple people were trying to do it at once, and that was confusing.
Mm.
So, after that, hold up, let me just scroll up in the story so far thing so I can get a refresher.
Your tab name's broken. You might want to get someone to check that. Angel's tab name's broken.
I noticed.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
When
Sorry.
isn't it broken though? Let's be
Something's
honest.
Woo.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Everyone's in this serious store and then you get me. I'm like,
No, don't
Oh
worry.
no, don't worry, cause when we were doing an almost 9-hour stream
Right.
the day before prior, Swag managed to constantly break at least me or Lucky out of character with laughing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's normal.
So, we later find out that we need 3 specific items to create a weapon to destroy Trichonite for good. The purified golden branch, the leather of the arcane arachnid, I believe.
The elder
Or elder
mutated,
arachnid.
mutated
The mutated
leather
leather of the elder arachnid.
arachnid.
I love how 3 of us said that.
And the void, and a thing of void essence.
I'm so glad.
Hold up, I'm gonna switch to my computer real quick.
Okay.
I am so glad I wasn't a part of the arachnid or the void thing, because.
Oh, the arachnid was actually a model.
Oh.
Arachnid or arachnid.
Oh, I remember those spider models. Those were creepy.
Yeah, I'm so glad
Oh
I didn't
yeah,
see it.
there was the spider guard.
Yeah, me too. I hate
The spider
spiders.
guard who made who gave us all questions related to spiders.
I know we missed Dak. We missed Dak.
Oh yeah, and there was
Fuck,
Dak.
why did I agree to volleyball? Oh wait.
I know.
Not
I know
today,
I
not
missed-
today.
I know
Dak-
I missed Deck
okay.
for that spider one, but I've talked to the man twice before. I'm fine. He would just recognize me and just be like, "Oh, it's you," and I'll be like, "Fuck off."
I did after like 27 hours.
No, he
God,
did
that was
he
fun.
wasn't he never broke character.
Oh,
I say after, I mean like at the start of, technically.
Yeah, no, he never broke character at all.
That
It
man
was-
is a odd when it comes to fucking not breaking character.
Okay, I'm back.
And he called all of us by our in-game names, not by nickname. I don't think he ever looked at tab once.
I suppose though, when you do that so often, I guess you don't really. Even when I'm doing stuff, I don't normally break out of what I'm doing.
No, he specifically asked you to sing a sea shanty that I was supposed to come up with.
Just would have sung the Wellerman sea shanty.
I didn't know the Wellerman sea shanty though. He just said a sea shanty.
You wouldn't have known it back
I mean,
then.
technically, Wellerman isn't a sea shanty.
You wouldn't have even known it back then because it didn't exist.
This is the only sea shanty. No.
No, sea
I
shanty
would-
is not. Wellerman is not a sea shanty. It is a.
No,
full-
see.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I was actually trying to find the song that that Bilbo originally sang to the spiders from The Hobbit.
Ah.
Because I wanted to get them mad. I didn't make mistakes, because, you know.
So, later. We got back. We found out that, Trichonite was summoning corrupted souls to our world. And that the only other way to get rid of them was via the staff that we later create with the 3 items we were tasked with collecting.
Oh, well, there was actually a bunch of stuff that happened during the branch.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm getting to that. So,
All the lore.
the quest for the Golden Branch. So,
Oh, gods.
to even get to where we needed to go, it was a long walk and swim. To get to the dark forest of Frittelheim.
Then we had to wait a whole week.
I love that forest.
Well, wait, I thought I was still telling the story.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you did. After the long trek and swim, we got to the gates to the dark forest. We later found out that it would take a week for the gates to open.
Yeah, recognition system.
Okay, so they should be able to see the screen. So we had to make camp, and this is just one of the many things that happened at said camp.
Where is my stream?
Hey, look at me.
What, Lily?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, well, I'm really glad you get to see the lore again.
I'm just chilling like a villain off to the side.
I'm just
It's
in the
so-
fire.
Honestly,
Great.
And-
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
it's so fun
Backpack.
just to be a part of it.
Oh, pride.
Because at that point, Pry had started really custom and out of character, out of the story, a little side story bit. Pry had really started making custom models at that point, and we first saw that with his backpack that he made for both him and Ionite at that time, and we were just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, Angel kept trying to jump in the fire. Yuto and Mina were doing whatever.
Sounds accurate.
I did.
No
Died
offense, man.
very many times.
I was like,
You
no
don't
offense, man,
care.
that sounds accurate.
That's me.
Bo-
That's my
Bo
high
was getting
priestess
drunk.
Phoenix. Wait.
Of
Oh,
course,
wait,
Bo.
no.
that?
I think
what?
that might have been.
No, that's
Phoenix.
actually Phoenix. Is
That's
the thing
Phoenix.
is that I didn't know which skin to use at that point, though.
Oh, so you were
Yeah.
invisible before.
Mhm.
And if you look way in the background where my mouse cursor is, that's Nathan.
Oh.
Who's that on the other side?
Yeah, fucking see.
Oh, this
No,
Ethan
no,
and
up top. It
no.
looks like there's another person. Like, right
Oh,
underneath
oh, the tiny person in the.
Yeah, the tiny. No, not Nathan right there. It's on the other side right there. Where you're.
Wait, on the
yeah,
side, right there.
That's a
the
lantern.
place- Yeah.
Huh.
Uh,
It looks like a person just running up the hill and Nathan shooting after them like, get the fuck down.
No, I.
Won't be surprised by that.
Oh yeah, and David. David was singing.
And small side note, during when we were messing around on the lore roleplay channel, text channel, we Angel had in the lore drawn whiskers on Dianite's face.
I have screenshots of that, by the way.
yeah,
And,
that was hilarious.
He actually incorporated it onto the skin.
Oh
Love
my
it.
god, I want to see that.
Here, hang on. I'll go
Angel,
find
you know what to do.
You know what to do.
Work in progress.
Code red, code red.
I'll throw it into screenshots when I find it.
Something else.
Pardon me while I turned down my volume a little.
I was gonna say, have you got
Should
2
we-
second inputs there? That's crazy.
Should we share what happened, Lily? What else, or just?
I'm just trying to get through the story real quick, and we can
Okay.
cover other details.
Okay.
So, couple days before the gates open, Dianite finally showed up. After this, I'm gonna have to take a break from story time.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We could.
Everyone,
I
everyone
think we
just
could.
says this. Look who finally shows up to
I
the party.
would like everyone to revert their eyes over to screenshots only.
Uh,
I would like to
I have
divert
to
your.
unmute that, or.
Oh my gosh.
It was glorious.
What am I looking at?
Why is that so
Dianite
Dianite with
whiskers
cat
drawn on by
whiskers.
yours truly.
Why is that so good?
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's so bad it's good.
And then I claimed the priest for it.
Wait, who's on
She
the
did.
left?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Okay, so
Huh?
after I
Yeah,
guess I need to
because
speed this up.
Angel.
I need to
they
go real
use-
quick. So after
whoever took it used Doku.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah,
that.
you used Doku.
Doku is
specifically.
best.
I'm using that now too.
I used Jacobas just because I like the text,
What the
but
heck
eh.
is happening?
I'm
All right,
Doku
so
server.
I think I remember most of. I will take over for a little bit.
okay,
So
okay, I gotta go. Bye.
Alright, bye.
Oh, okay, fine.
so for those who are still listening,
Yeah.
after when the doors opened, the Pry and all the Pry, Lady Ionite, and Dianite took the lead, and we all went
We don't talk
into.
about Runic getting stuck.
We don't. Yeah. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
I wasn't even there, and like
Yeah,
I love how I'm the one that brings it up.
So okay, no, now I have to mention it. I'm sorry.
That's not
So,
typical.
so this is so this was the first time with a really big door plug-in. Well, technically no, because no, it was. And Runic moved forward just as the door was opening, and got stuck down on a block. Yeah, Lucky has that on video during the event.
For his shame to be seen everywhere.
For those who want, go to Lucky's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've got to watch that.
Anywho,
Yeah.
so once we were in there, it became pretty apparent that this place was a goddamn maze and a half. And the worst part is, there were no walls, just trees.
Nice.
Every humongous humongous trees everywhere, and souls. Lots and lots and lots of souls.
Someone had a bit too much fun on World Edit then.
No.
Also, may I
sorry.
cut in, Yuta?
Yeah, no.
This is also where I started streaming my perspective, and Pry linked the videos in the story so far text channel.
Yeah,
And
'cause
then
previously-
I eventually took over for him, and so I have the story keeper
Yes.
role, which allows me to message the story so far. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to. Otherwise,
And everyone won.
Yes, yes, and I'm allowed to at everyone as well.
I've
Letting
disabled
them
that.
know that there's letting them know that there are new videos to watch if they missed the event.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucky is the one that mainly is able to keep up with how
Yeah,
fast
she
posting
helps
wise,
us.
because if you look at mine, I have less, and also I post very less because I post them in giant batches, so I'll post them at the end of the week versus the day after.
Now, anywho, so as we were going through, we came across. We were looking for a village, and eventually came across it. Only to find out that the chickens don't like us. And then when the chickens started pecking, so did the natives, a tree-like people who, unfortunately, we did get quite a good look at, mainly because they were poking at us with extensions of their own bodies. These mainly claw. Let me just say, you've never really felt hurt until a tree branch punctures your leg, but I digress. Well, granted, anywho, and eventually we found out that they had turned the original branch, into a partially finished staff already. There was a bit of frustration from Mianite because, of course, we were hoping for the original. And then Mianite realized Pry wasn't next to her. In fact, we all realized Pry was gone.
Yeah.
And that's when we were like, well, shit.
Yeah, they took Mr.
Yeah. We had, for all intents and purposes, Triconite had abducted the priest. At some point during the battle, we had gotten distracted enough that he had been taken away. We didn't know where. We don't know how. He was just gone. So, with Dianite and Ionite at the lead, albeit a very worried Ionite at the lead, we soldiered on, trying to find a way out, or back into the back to the normal world, because the way we came in, that was a one-way trip. We'd have to come out a different way. So we started soldiering on. We soldiered on, and then we found, strangely enough, the clock tower. But it wasn't our clock tower. It was different. It was flipped somehow. And within was a grave. That of the priest. Apparently, it was an attempt to dishearten us. Ionite, it worked for Ionite because by the gods, she was she was very worried. It took a lot of
Wife.
yeah. It took a lot of calming down from Dianite, which is saying something, because if Dianite has to calm down his sister, then you know something's up.
Yeah.
Um,
We all
Yeah.
tried calming her down, but
it took a lot from all of us.
yeah.
Suffice to say, she calmed down enough that we were able to move on, and then we found a cave. Within the cave, well, the cave was twisty, but we found a portal that would be able to take us back. But before that, we found a letter from, I can't remember the name now. It was something beginning with a Z, I think.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't
And
remember the name either.
it was a letter to basically yeah, well, it wasn't named specifically to Poppy,
No,
but
yeah, it wasn't
it
specifically.
was named to whoever finds this letter. Congratulations, you're my successor. Go to this location in the forest to receive my powers. And Poppy, at this point, already considered himself Nature Boy.
Nature boy, tree boy,
And
he doesn't shut up about it.
no, he doesn't. And at that point, and we were like, well, let's go find this place. And it's like, all right. And Dynite, who had found the portal, was like, all right, just hurry your damn asses up.
Tree bum, yes.
He
called Poppy tree bum. Yes, you are correct.
I mean, not wrong, but at the same time, he's also, kind of, Anywho, so we found the place.
God damn it,
and
Mina.
then we found out that Poppy had to be there for a while, so we'd be down a potential ally. So we'd be down an ally potentially at the time of the big battle.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, we had to let him be, and then we rushed back to the portal, heading through. At that point, we realized, well, when we went through, we realized something's wrong. Because we entered, because we went back to Gathering Park, but it was dark, and there was a opening to a chapel, which we were fairly certain was not our chapel, because there was graves around, and then we realized this isn't even our. And then we saw the priest, but he wasn't our priest. He was the priest for Matheusia. And then Mianite showed up and revealed that we had been in there for a couple months. Yeah,
6 months.
we'd been in the forest for 6 months.
Surprise! You never got out the airplane.
No, because Hunter, it was
6
much
months?
worse.
I thought it
Yeah,
was 6 years.
No, it was 6
No,
months.
no.
No, 6 months first.
It was 6 months?
It was 6
Oh.
months first. And Hunter, we hadn't even boarded. And Hunter, we hadn't even boarded the airplane at that point.
Oh my god.
We were just getting on because we were stuck in the void at that point. And what's worse, there were memories around us. Memories that contained echoes from our past. If you will draw your attention to the storyline teasers for February 3rd, we ventured onto these memory islands and fought echoes of the past. Bina did a very beautiful job with a picture of some of the people. Poppy at some point managed to arrive. He somehow activated the portal and got us in, and got in as well. But that Saturday was not fun because we had to fight people from the past, people that we knew. We had who was it? Let's see, who was it first?
We had to fight Groknir. We had to fight.
So first
Mianite.
we went to Mianite's lab where Groknir was. He was the first to go down. Then we went to Then we went to Hellbound, where Angel was fighting where Jess where there was Jess. Angel was a bit conflicted, to say the least.
Side note: Angel's not allowed to have wives anymore.
No.
Oh, Angel's not allowed wives anymore?
You are still allowed to have wives, damn it.
No, you're not.
You are.
No, she is.
I mean, she
She's
is,
allowed.
but we all know how that's gonna end. Every time she has a wife, she's just gonna die.
Anywho,
Exactly.
at that point,
As
At
other
that
character, I would say no, you can try it, but now I just say no, please stop.
at that
I
point,
mean, yeah, she can try, but she has her creations now.
at that, hush, we haven't. At that point, we.
By the way.
Oh. Sorry, didn't realize you were out of character. At that point, and then after that, we had to go back. At that point, we went to the third and final memory, that of the manor, where we fought a young Dianite. From there, we get
weird. I'm sorry. I saw it after everything went down, and when there was a tour, and I was like, yeah, no, that looked weird.
I do not blame you. It was very weird. But no, young Dianite. Yeah, no, young Dianite. He was the worst out of the three. Because he was essentially a young god at that point. It definitely took a lot, but we managed to get her down. So we managed to get him down, and we got the void essence. At that point, we managed to get. At that point, we was it then that we started looking for we managed to find our pry?
Let's see.
I want to say it was.
Do you remember we found Pry?
It was a pry.
Frozen.
Yeah, it was at that point. Yeah, then at that point, the Asusian pry revealed that he had been able to figure out where the Skyvale pry was. He was locked up inside an ice crystal that had kept his powers drained, and in order to save him,
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear in an VC.
Say what?
Pry just showed up in the event channel. Right as you were talking about.
In any case, he.
That is so funny.
The Asusian pry sacrificed. It was essentially sacrificed his life to bring our pry back, and then our pry was like, no, you ain't dying, you son of a bitch. And bitch, you're coming with me too. You're coming with me. You deserve a second chance.
Yeah.
And a soul merge was initiated, bringing both of them into the same body.
Oh, bye, Angel.
Oh?
He's already gone.
Runik's back!
Runik's back. Hello, Runik.
Hi, Runik.
Hello.
Runik, we are still doing story.
What?
We're still doing story. I'm telling.
We are still doing story. Yes.
I'm telling the story now.
Where are we right now?
Just after soul merge with the prize.
Yeah.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Lilly had.
You haven't even got to chapter 7 yet.
No, we haven't.
No, we're almost there though. We're almost.
How
there.
We're an hour.
We were
So
breezing through chapters.
here's the thing. We're an hour and 32 minutes in.
Yeah, we are an
Lilly-
hour and 32 minutes.
Lilly had to head out, so I'm now the storyteller.
Yeah, you chose take it over.
I didn't realize it was that far.
So after that, after we got the void essences from the 3 memory echo things, don't worry, that got
We
covered.
covered that.
Wait, did you actually cover
Yeah,
that?
Yes,
covered
that was
that.
covered.
Yes.
I was the one that brought it up.
That was covered.
She was.
Don't worry, you're
They
not
were, I
forgotten
don't
for
know.
your very first mishap.
Ooh.
Hilarious.
That set the way everything else would go on the server with me.
Yeah,
That's the bar.
it just
Can I break
nothing
something?
went right.
Yes, I can.
In any case, after that, we still needed one more piece for the staff. The mutated leather of the elder arachnid. Now, when we got back,
Oh, yeah, this is when my internet was out, so I actually need to listen to this.
yeah, when we got back at that point, we found out that a portal had decided to utterly wipe out Mianite's house.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
The portal was apparently was a exit portal apparently at that point. At that point was an exit portal, and it led to a realm we had no idea where. So
I have a good guess.
hang on. So at that point we had to wait while Dianite gathered info. It took him a very long time.
Yeah.
Even during a midweek update, he said he had done nothing. Lazy hell bum. Anywho, at the end of the week, we finally found out where the portal led. It led to the realm of Dianite. It was a realm where Dianite was Lord of Order. Mianite was God of Balance, and to a lot of people's chagrin, a combination of chagrin,
I'll be back.
chagrin,
Alright.
disgust, and
Hilarious,
utter
actually.
what the actual heck, this is kind of cool. Ionite is the goddess of chaos.
I can't imagine that being in it.
Yes, we're at the
Yep,
we're
we
at this
are.
point, Cal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
I
to
missed
everyone's
this.
surprise, the priest of this realm knew us all by name. He knew us all by
Let's see what
name.
that was.
He had heard tales of us, and his father apparently had failed to slay this giant spider.
Arachnid.
Thing.
Yeah,
Thing.
Yeah, giant
no
mutated.
thing, giant
Whatever.
spider thing.
Yeah.
Because it was more than just a spider at that point.
Good enough.
It
Fuck
had,
it, good enough.
a while back, and so he was essentially he essentially decided to drown his sorrows in mead. Lots and lots and lots and lots.
We
of
get it.
mead.
He was an alcoholic for mead.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's lesson of Alcoholics Anonymous. We're going to go around the circle.
Anywho, yeah, oh yeah, you did. At that point, we went through, tried to get the, to kill the Elder Arachnid for the priest, who, in case everyone in the chat is wondering, in the various chats is wondering, it was in fact Declan himself, the man, the myth, the legend.
It was
And
so cool.
and everyone freaked the fuck out the moment he got into the voice call.
Wait.
I wonder why you guys all did.
I just zoned out.
We're all
Who
like,
is this
what the
person?
actual fuck?
Oh, Deck. Yeah.
Declan, for those who aren't aware,
Declan
is the creator is essentially the story creator for the original Mianite series
And the
way back
owner.
when, and the current owner of the Mianite trademark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Declanite. That's That's
Declanite.
just, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Declanite. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
in any
legend,
case.
the legend.
In any case,
Declanite.
after much, after falling down a spider-filled hole, answering some questions from a rather intelligent spider guard and riddles, yes. We finally made it to the Elder Arachnid, at which at some point we managed to get inside, and then found, oh hey, there's TNT in here. Let's blow them up.
That's accurate for you lot.
Really, it's just
And
fuck it good
no,
enough
it
right there.
there literally was TNT in there, and we were like, oh hey, what's this? And someone was like, oh hey, what's this button do? Run!
That's just the entire moment of fuck it good enough.
Honestly,
no.
that sounds
Anywho.
like you lots in a nutshell.
We blew up the
does.
spider, saving Declan from a rather gruesome digestion by acid, and avenging his father for him, and then we headed back. But we had a unexpected passenger. The Lady of Chaos had
Oh, spicy bitch.
had
Ionite.
gotten locked on the other side.
Oh, was that who I met before? Just.
At which point there was much
just.
there was much consternation between Our Lady Ionite.
Oh,
and,
Oh, she
and,
hates the bitch.
yeah.
and the Queen of Chaos herself, because let's just say Milady does not like the color red.
Yeah, I
No,
also
she
remember
does
someone
not.
asked. I also remember someone laughing their backside off at me making a spice bottle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In
I remember that being a
in
thing
any
on
case,
the server.
we finally In any case, we finally had all the pieces we need to make the staff. At which point, the battle commenced. We were teleported.
Chose me. The
Yeah,
staff chose
yeah.
me.
Oh, yes.
Well,
So
are we?
first off,
Yeah, this is where I joined. Just
yeah,
kind of.
yeah. First up, before the battle, Fry let the staff choose its wielder. It chose Kalina, aka Cal, the sister of Lucky, who had recently arrived from their home realm, searching for Magtosia, searching for her, and there was much heavy reunion, but it was also down to business.
Oh yeah.
The business of defeating a god. Now,
down,
Triconite at this point had plenty of time to prep. He had amassed a literal arm. He had amassed an army of various souls, other such entities. And had made himself a monstrosity of a warhammer.
Oh God.
Oh
At
yeah.
which
It's
point,
still really fucking pretty though.
no, what we see now is the second hammer.
Huh.
He had
Yeah.
another hammer.
Right.
He had another hammer that was even crazier.
Ooh,
I remember it now.
I wish I could have seen that.
I still get smacked around.
And no, it was not fun. And then at the initial point was this staff is not meant for combat. It is meant for the killing blow. So we had to
Yes.
wait until Cal had to wait until the very last moment to drive that staff home. That moment never came, as Triconite just revealed his piece de resistance. He had somehow managed to steal the reality orb from Milady's temple, where it had been kept safe, and thus the void. We were sent to the void. A whole week of falling in empty, soul-searing white.
I mean, being honest, that's probably my experience going through the other countries.
No,
wow, that was close enough.
Oh yeah, you
Okay,
guys were telling me how much you hated the fucking white.
The void sucks. You
Yeah,
never want to go to because solid
Ow,
colors
that hurts my eyes.
hurts. It hurts your eyes for. And then we heard a voice. We heard a voice calling to us, and then suddenly, Chapter 7, we were dumped out into Skyvale, but not Skyvale. But yes, Skyvale. We were dumped out into a Skyvale 7
anti-Skyvale?
year.
6 years.
No, Anti
Yeah,
Skyvale
6
was
years.
where the battle took place. No, this
Oh.
was
So
our
this was-
Skyvale.
So this was the
7
broken
No,
Skyvale.
not 7, 6. It was 6
No,
years.
it's six. It's six,
in
Yuto.
6 years in the future, where Skyvale had fallen, and we had lost. There's graffiti everywhere. Triconite walks among us. Where are the gods?
Yeah, I remember
Uds.
Mm-hmm.
that. That was when I joined.
The chapel is just the chapel blown to pieces. He says,
I cried.
worst, the only god is Triconite. Now before that, Triconite had decided to gloat as he fused the reality orb into his very being, making him an unstoppable source of power. Making him into a nigh unstoppable powerhouse. At that point, we had been
About that
catapulted
much, and,
into
little bit more?
the fallen Skyvale. At which point, we were greeted by a pink-haired woman. We had no idea who she was or how she was able to wake us up.
I don't know.
Considering we were all in a pretty big pile there.
This is just
We
from
were in a
like
pretty
3
big
to
pile
4
there
days
on the
of
ground.
mining in the
So
resource
waking
world.
each one of us up that was quite a feat in and of itself.
Mhm.
In any case, she said that she wanted to talk to us, but couldn't do it here. And then we
Yeah, I
met.
remember watching that being made because that was when I was making the TARDIS.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the
And then
TARDIS.
That's when I was
and
doing
then we
that.
met Pry? No, we found out it was someone named Blaze who looked like Pry. A simple farmer who was just trying to live his own life in what he begrudgingly called Skyfail.
It was
Because
a sky fail though.
the worst part is you're not wrong. Most people had left. There weren't many people who still lived there. It was himself, the local hobo, a couple others. Oh, and a lady who lived in the clock tower. Her name was Iris. She looked awfully familiar to us Mianites. We immediately realized and then we realized what. And after talking to her and talking to the farmer, we realized what Trigonite had done. He had stripped the gods of all power, all knowledge, and he had stripped the priest of his power and his knowledge. And even worse, he made it so that Pry and Ionite, who were firm partners in our world, in Trigonite's world, they never even. Blaze and Iris barely even knew each other.
Which was fucked up.
We
Oh, yeah.
were heartbroken, to say the goddamn least. At that point, we went to the chapel. At that point, the lilac-haired woman from earlier brought us all to the chapel, telling us there wasn't much time, or we couldn't really talk. She couldn't really talk out in the main town.
I remember
But
that because that was the day I joined.
At that point, so begrudgingly, we followed her. She introduced herself as Haven, the leader of a resistance known as the Skyvale Bats, whose symbol had been drawn all over the town.
It's a cool symbol.
It really,
It is really
really
cool.
was. And she told us later in the week, we would come to. She would bring us to the headquarters because she had to talk to the rest of the bat. And albeit there weren't many bats, as we found out later that week, with the four, we found out there are only 4 members of the bats. Haven, the leader, Dion Mustard, the technician, and the one monitoring all the cameras that they have in and around Skyvale. Mina, I believe you. Yes, I was going to say. Mina has art of the people in fantastical, whimsical hero art place thing.
Fantastical
I'm not
Whimsical
kidding.
Hero Art Place thing.
I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding. That is
Art
that is
channel.
the
It really,
art.
it was,
Or
it's such a fucking complicated name. Fucking art channel, there we go. Boom,
Yeah, I was
Pry,
gonna say-
come
Art
on.
channel.
So cool still.
Art channel. It and Selena, I believe, as the very Cecilia, Celia, as
Yeah,
the
Celia.
very, very, very weapon crazy is the historian. She
Hmm.
loved the weapons to a T, loved holding them, loved studying them. And we were missing the fourth. She was out and about at that point.
Yo.
Eventually, we met her. Aid the
Yo.
fourth.
Damn it, Ethan.
Ethan, shut up.
Yo.
Thank you.
He left right before he heard that, so.
Thank you.
Rip.
At which, in any case, Aid the Forger, who wields a massive fucking warhammer. That
It
well,
is
a
epic.
well, actually, it's not even just a hammer. That's her forge. That's the hammer she uses at her forge, which, by the way, is filled with lava.
Oh yeah,
Dun,
and Lucky
dun,
loves
dun.
to go into the lava.
Yeah. Oh
'cause
yeah,
she
because
can.
Lucky is, it's essentially burn proof.
Yes.
Yeah, fireproof.
Fireproof, lava proof,
Lava
any
proof,
any form of fire. Oh yep, there she goes.
Except from in the event where she started burning, and I was like, logical.
Well, to be fair, that's a, to be
Which
fair,
event?
that's a, to be fair, that was a super special type of fire.
I know. I was like, okay.
But in any case,
Which event
we
though?
I don't remember the event personally, but I trust Hunter's judge. I trust Hunter's memory. In any case, we then oh god. Right. We then went. Haven laid out the plans for us. We were going to pull off something that the others who were from Aethusia, I believe, had pulled off once
A
before.
fucking giant ass heist.
Not just
Yep,
any
the
heist.
ultimate
The
god
Ultimate guy heist.
The heist
We
of the
had to go
centuries.
save Mianite.
We were pulling
Yeah.
off the Maya
We had
heist.
to, we had to
Find
fucking
him
kidnap.
and bring him back.
We had to
We were
fucking
pulling
kidnap
off-
Mianite.
Oh,
We were pulling
Jesus.
off the
You
heist.
lot and your
tonight.
creative
the heist.
name.
The heist
God.
of all. The heist of all heists.
Yeah, we had
We
to
were
kidnap
pulling off
Mianite.
the heist tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just say shit
Wow,
happens,
you.
okay?
Gosh damn
Let's
it,
just
you
say
guys.
shit
yeah.
happens, though, okay?
We were.
Yeah. Shit
Nothing
definitely
ever-
happened.
This is roughly when I was on the server, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna ignore that.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
because this was
we-
happening this was happening in my birth month because I was also building a giant fucking parkour. I remember this because Hunter, you joined and I immediately brought you over to the parkour course.
yeah, because I just got dragged in randomly one night, and I was like, hi.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then I just
In
put
any
you in
case,
parkour.
Phoenix laid out her plan. There were two. There was
Huh?
going to be two parts.
Haven.
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 Why
Sorry.
did you say Phoenix?
I don't know. Name. It was going to be. It was going to be in. It was going to be twofold. One, recon. Second, retrieval.
100% not in Skyvale, clearly.
No, because that was the thing. We had no idea where Dianite was, and we had very clear idea of where Ionite and Fry were. We had, and we were also trying to find Mionite as well. So, at that point,
We kind of decided to go after Mianite because we knew that if we kidnapped fucking Mianite's human
Dianite would
person,
probably.
Dianite would cause chaos and try to come find him.
We also had been hearing about a group of raiders who came every now and then from who we all thought maybe that's who Dianite's with. It made sense to us, so we started searching. We were set up into two teams. We were broken up into two teams in order to cover 4 different locations. Friddleheim, And reason for that is because that was when Mianite posed as the dream farmer. The void, but you know how the hell did we get there? Eldervale, but we had a problem. The person who the only way to Eldervale, well, a boat sailed by Captain No Beard wouldn't set sail until Saturday, so we had to wait. AKA, we were working on it. They were working on Eldervale at that point. It just needed time. And finally, the Dark Realm, because god damn it.
Dark realms are cool.
I
There's
mean,
no other reason.
It took.
Also, I think this was the event I realized, yeah, no, never splitting up into 2 groups ever again.
It's never. It's never good to split up the party.
No, it's not. It just
Isn't there
Never,
like a
because never
game
split up the party
literally
is the time-old
called?
adage, and it works every time.
Isn't there a game by that name?
Yes, there is actually. In any case,
I just had really intense deja vu. I've been through this in a dream before. I don't know when. It was probably years ago, but I remember this exact conversation.
Yes, dude. Earlier, something similar happened to me too.
at any
Like
point,
I literally called it out in chat. Deja vu for me. Like I swear I dreamt it before.
in any case, two teams were set. At one group to Frudelheim and then to Ildervale, while the other searched the void in the Dark Realm. The first group managed to find Mianite in Eldervale as King Mitch. Now,
generic name.
Yeah, it was
now a bit of backstory. Now a bit of backstory. Prior to this, literally the day of.
Oh, no, it was the
there
night
was
before.
a fire.
It was the night before.
Night.
There was a fucking fire in France.
The night before. There was a fire in
Yeah.
France in the realm, or in the building that held our server. So we were naturally fucking terrified because we had been hyping up this heist had hyped us up so much.
Yeah, we legit had to
So
for
when
like
the
I think
fire-
half an hour.
When we got news about the fire, we were petrified.
Yeah, we were freaked out and
We were freaking out. Pry had us on constant update. We were following that thing closer than a hawk follows a mouse.
Yeah,
this
for a
was
bit.
This was actually too when I joined the server.
Yeah, the
and
whole
the
server was
background.
literally on life alert.
Yeah, we were on life alert for the server, and for the entire time, like for a while we were waiting to hear any other updates, Pry was just like, okay, we're pausing Amnesia, letting y'all come over here and just play for a bit, giving you guys a new world.
Briefly.
Oh, yeah.
So we had Tales of the Mianite RPG for like 30 minutes, and then he was like, oh yeah, server's back up, you're free to get on. And we were like, fuck, thank fuck.
We all
we were all very fond of that bit of getting the server back. We did indeed have brief Tales of the Mianite RPG.
Mr. Bacons made an appearance.
In which case certain characters appeared and would later return.
I was the one who was suggesting how to do this behind the scenes, where everyone was like, "How are we gonna
But
do
yeah,
this?
no.
How's the logistics gonna work?" And it's
But
just
yeah,
me
no,
and Michelle, like,
Mina brings up a good point. You never know how much people enjoy the server until it burns down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were utterly horrified.
So here's the thing that it has to deal with this fire. I met someone on TikTok because they had like the story of like their server got like their entire server that they were working on for months. Everything got lost to the fire, and I was like, "Is this the France fire?" And they were like, "Yeah." Like, oh, I know that. I even told them, I was like, "Look, I'm on a server that we managed to get at least a good backup from for after the server."
Yes,
I was
the
like, I
other
felt
thing.
so bad. I was like, I'm so sorry you lost all that work.
we managed to get a good.
Oh,
So
no,
when
I
she says
know.
we managed to get a good backup, we
A
managed to get
day
a
Eh.
decent backup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, decent.
It
but
wasn't great.
Like-
It wasn't horrible. But
was
we
okay.
lost a
No.
good.
Yeah.
But there was a good chunk of building progress gone, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
was utterly mortified at how much had been gone.
And
So he
Yeah,
was
I
like,
think it was I think we were set back from a week.
yeah, it was a week ago.
Yeah,
But
it
he was still like, look,
Yeah.
we're just gonna have to
That's
make
why
through.
I had-
If anyone says, and it
Yeah.
was a week rollback. We were like, god damn it. So
Like I had even like when the fire like when we were told that it was like, oh yeah, it's a fire and we probably lost everything. The first thing I asked Pry was, Pry, do you have a backup? And he was like, a what? And I was like, did you back up the world? And he was like, what? And I'm like, did you not back up the server file of the world?
yeah,
And he
many
was like,
people lost it.
no. I'm like, god damn it, Pry.
Fortunately,
Why you back up
fortunately,
everything?
fortunately for us, the server had done a local backup. That local backup was from a week prior.
Yeah,
prior to the event.
Monster in
So,
chat just said more like a day or two back, so it was like.
actually, yeah,
Oh.
no, you're right. It was,
not
it
like
was,
it was like a
it
day.
actually was, but it was like a couple. It was like a couple days.
It was like a couple
But it was
Minecraft
still-
days,
Felt
but
like
it
a
was just
week, though.
one day IRL.
Yeah. It was
One day
still-
IRL can be multiple days Minecraft time.
Yeah, it was still.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was still a fair chunk of progress had been lost. As such, we were forced to use a replacement for the teleportation. At that point in the server, Pry had made a portal hub, letting us go back into different worlds and examine them more closely.
Yeah, that's
So
gone.
we had to. So we non-canonically had to use had to use these portals as as our explanation of we're traveling around. Apart from the team who went to Eldervale.
Yeah.
At that point, the teams were split into two groups, and one group Team 1 explored Eldervale and explored Friddleheim, and then Eldervale. Team 2 was allowed to watch and listen and vanish. Vanish, flying around, following people. It was much fun. They were lucky. They found Mianite as King Mitch, a self-centered, gold-loving bastard.
I mean,
I'm not
accurate
even
enough.
kidding.
Yeah.
That literally was King Mitch in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Team 2 was not so lucky. We found the
Mina.
we found the first. We looked through the void to. No, it was the Dark Realm first.
Dark Realm
To
first.
no avail. And then we went to the void. Word of advice to people in chat: don't enter the realm of the god who literally thrown in there as a wee baby.
Someone say something about baby.
Yeah, the Yeetist. Yeah, the one that got Yeetist the elitist.
Which one? Chucknet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't enter his realm. Don't enter his realm. He knows exactly what you're doing. And
Wait a
then
second.
we got
Did you finally get to the end of the chapter 7?
No.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Where are
We're
you
at the
right now?
heist. We're at the heist.
What's the heist?
The heist. For Mianite.
Oh, I remember that because
The
I was the only
fire.
one who thought. I was
yeah.
the only one who thought, hey, maybe it would be smart if we didn't tell them the truth.
Anywho, we finally, so Triconite imprisoned those of us in group 2, in a endless recreation, in an eternally looping recreation of Hellbound without any necessities. And guess who just happened to be in one of the cells?
Spicy bitch.
Iron Man.
Spicy Ionite, the goddamn
bitch.
queen, the goddamn queen of chaos had managed to get herself stuck in the prison as well. And we were like, oh yeah, I
Oh, yeah.
forgot. Oh yeah, we were like, oh
duh.
yeah,
That was the
forgot you
plan all
existed because
along.
we hadn't seen her since, well, since.
I hadn't seen her.
Oh, you
Period.
existed.
Oh my god,
Yeah, we hadn't seen her in
Monster.
ages.
Guys, Monster just put Monster this in my chat, sorry. Next ad, are you interested in some prime real estate in a new forming community called Cherry Grove? We have neat architecture style, space for a growing population. Come on by and meet the mayor, Mr. Ghost, and talk about property and how to get your very own land in the area. God damn it, Renee.
Alright, in any case, we got put in there and the others had to break us out. It was at this point that the people in Group 1 met Aid and her giant giant forge hammer of epic awesomeness.
Hey.
Salty cap in chat.
Salty.
There's a salty cap in chat.
Of course there is. In any case, Aid gave us a Aid knew a way. However, those in group 2 found out who the warden was. It was Dynamite, and he knew everything. Cause guess it, and he was both Skyvale and a fusion Dynamite because the reality orb decided it would be fun to pull that prank on him.
Oh, reality orb. I hate reality orb.
And I thought it would be fun, essentially.
Well, but the other thing was, a fusion Skyvalian Dynamite had built the damn reality orb. So of course, that made him immune. So he knew everything that was going on, and putting on a pretty damn good show, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Honest. So,
I'll recap my favorite part of Chapter 7.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, 1 sec.
The end.
Almost there. So we made it. So Group 2 was stuck. So they had to pull off. So Group 1 had to pull off a double heist. They had to get King Mitch to the Priest Crystal Ball, which was for some reason emanating enough magical power to give the gods back their memories as well as pry.
God damn it, Skyblock with the 23 fucking pings.
Shut up, Skyblock. You're interrupting story time.
Shut up, Skyblock. You're interrupting story time and nobody loves you.
What the fuck?
In any case, break Group 2 out of Voidbound, out of what I'm referring to as what we will lovingly refer to as Voidbound.
Yeah.
At that point, they realized, yeah, they got us out. But we then found out that there was some issues. For one, when we got back to Skyvale, we could not find anyone. And then we found out, yeah, damn it, the bitch struck again.
Which
because
bitch?
we found out that Chaos
I know.
Ionite,
I want to just clarify.
Chaos Ionite had been working for Triconite this whole goddamn time, and had put her in the prison to try and garner some sympathy from us. And gosh darn it, she actually had the fucking bitch.
See, this is why I didn't like the fucking get-go when I first met her.
You fucking voiced her.
I know, I love voicing her, but I don't like her as a character.
In which case, at which point she realized, oh hey,
Oh man.
and we had also found out
Once
that
just contemplate
there
putting
that
emotes.
the journal that Ianite had wrote was can not only contain her power, but also would only open for an Ionite. Now, well, Spicy Ionite had indeed brought the journal to us. He
Because
wouldn't
of me.
open the damn thing.
Yeah,
And
she was only able to bring it to you guys because of me. Remember,
Yeah.
Trigonite sensed us, and so I've created a diversion for. Okay, so as this is when we were coming back to the sewers, we had no problems with Trigonite going to get the book from the chapel. But then as we were coming back, he sensed us, and so once we got close enough to the sewers, I whispered to Spicy Eye and like, go down to the sewers. I'll distract him. So she was able to. So because I distracted him, and I made it back down to the sewers safely as well.
Yeah, half of us are about ready to run out there and throw hands if needed.
Oh yeah.
However,
Especially
Yes,
Lily.
I remember that.
Lily was already running. To throw
Yeah,
hands.
Lily was already running to
Lily
throw
was
hands.
because at that point Lily and Lucky had kind of started seeing each other.
Yeah, Lily and
in a
Oh, that
relationship.
happened a long time ago. That happened before I came on.
had started seeing each other a while back, and at that point they were
Dark
like,
Forest of Fiddleheim.
Okay,
oh
maybe.
God, was it actually
Never
that
mind.
far back?
Never mind. I guess it was when I showed up.
Yeah,
it was that far
just
back.
when you showed up. Yeah, it
At
was
that
far back.
point, so at that point, Lily was like, "Trigonite, you fucking bitch! You dare touch my girlfriend! You dare lay your
yeah.
goddamn
Lily was
finger
really
at him!
not
I
ready to
will
throw hands.
fucking murder you!"
I love her.
We were all like, "No, don't you? No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no,
we were
no,
all
no,
just
no."
screaming no and getting ready to go.
We had set up a whole goddamn system, and then Lily just went,
Yeah,
literally
I just
Sonic,
Lily
speedballed all of
sped
us.
out of there, and then I kind of started running. Like a few of us
And we
just
were
started
all like-
running after. Half of us started just was like fuck it and booked it out
We're like,
after
"Get
Lily. We were
your
just like
back there."
we're just like we got your back.
At which point we realized, and then at some point, I think it was at this point that I had to step away for school reasons briefly. So, can someone else cover me for up until the ship? And
Oh, I think I can cover you now.
We're in it,
yeah, the ship.
All right. So
and-
where are
yeah,
we? We're at the
cover-
sewer part.
Yeah, we're at the sewer part.
And then we're oh wait, no, because like after the sewers, like we all ran, like half of us ran up to the surface. And his Dianite ran up there as well, and he was like, "Fuck this
Dianite.
shit," and
Oh yeah,
was just like,
I remember that.
Dianite was
It
basically like,
yeah,
"Get the
Dianite
fuck
actually
out of here."
remembered. Yeah, because Dianite was immune. He by the priest crystal ball. So he was like, "Fuck you, bitch." And that was when we realized, and that was when KSI and I revealed, "Hey, you bitches, go find Ionite, or go find Iris."
Yeah,
Basically,
Dianite
go
was-
find.
And revealed there's a cough.
Wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
so
Let me
Dianite
explain.
basically- Dianite
Please,
yeeted
please
his
let me
little
step in.
brother, and then Spicy was like, "Fuck off."
Okay, so for what end at the end of the event, Spicy Ionite revealed that in order to bring Ionite's memories back, you will need to sacrifice one. Actually, no, that's
that's the next one.
No,
that's the next one.
That's the
The
next
this one was
so
like,
basically,
go find Ionite because she's gone.
Go find Ionite, and then throughout the next week, in the middle of town, yeah, I'm running out of. I ran out of food.
Here.
Slash feed.
I know I did slash feed. 5, but apparently Voidlight does better. Anyways, in the center of town, a hole formed that basically it was like a portal to Ionite's memories. It's kind of weird.
It was her
But
entire timeline.
It was her time stream, is how it was described.
Yeah, her time
Basically,
stream.
if I'll explain it. This is before we knew it, but I'll explain it anyways. Because no way you're ever gonna get it. It was a portal. Basically, when we went through that portal, we were able to see her past memories.
Yeah.
Because that's the one where it was stood frozen, wasn't it? Because we all
Yeah.
had the client breaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's client kept breaking.
That was the day when. That was the day when the client.
Runic, Monster just
Yeah,
said
because
you
that's when
fool.
that's the first day I made that client, and we had a couple of issues with it.
Cal. I think it was me and Lucky that were crashing though too.
Just a couple.
Yeah, it was.
I crashed
Because
and
Cal
Shadow
was
crashed as well.
Cal was
Yes,
crashing.
many
and
people
was
crashed.
crashing, right?
Pry crashed too.
I kept
Yeah.
There were
my
so
voice
many.
spicy. I'll say
Yeah,
that
he
I
did.
voiced spicy that day, and that day it was just like every single time after Spicy talked, just spoke. I was like in the back of my mind, I'm just like, God damn it, Spicy, you fucking shut up, please. You're talking too much.
Okay, so
Well, of course she was. She was
basically
she's
Haven.
that villain.
Haven. Did we discuss who Haven was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Haven, who
Well,
we find out is a devout
wait,
Mianite.
She's a devout Mianite, but do we have it? Yeah.
Because
So
what we find out later is after.
yeah.
Yeah.
We go.
Anyways, she's a devout Ionite, and because of that, she wants to jump through.
Well, hang on. No,
because
we
these.
haven't even.
I'm
no, we
going.
haven't gotten to-
Let me.
Yeah.
You're gonna talk about why the portal formed, right? The portal formed because Ionite was either dead or close to death.
Oh no, she was dead.
No, she was not dead.
Well, she wasn't dead. She was close to death, but
She was drained.
she was
nearly
enough.
drained.
She was enough dead that the portal opened, thinking she was dead.
Pretty much. She
Enough
was close to
dead
death.
that she was dead.
She was on her last leg.
She was mostly dead.
So we jump through. We see memories of Ionite. Who wants to remind me of the memories?
Okay, so Ionite.
The
first one was Ionite and Mianite talking because Ionite didn't want to be a goddess, and
This was
Mianite
just-
was basically
this was
saying,
just after
"Look,
she got
you
her
gotta do
powers.
this."
In the farm, because they were awkwardly
Yeah, they were in the
staring at
farm.
each other for a while.
Oh yeah,
Because we kept crashing.
This was the first round of crashing.
And that's when Pry confirmed to Runic that that Mianite RPG is actually a play.
Then
Yeah,
the
because there was
second
just
one
going to be a
players.
stand stage.
there was only so here's the thing, there were only 2 scenes that we saw, and one was that one, and the second one was Ionite in her temple with Trichonite, and Trichonite explaining the journal.
He sealed her essence in her journal, which is able to hold.
God damn it, Monster!
Able to
This
hold
is a
her
fucking catch-up
quintessence.
story stream. God damn it! There's gonna be immersion breaks.
But
He's talking about what I said. The whole thing's a play.
Oh.
But he then shared there's a cost, but wouldn't say. Hey, in the memory.
Okay, now we got to the cost. It's my turn.
No,
Hang on,
he did
hang
say
on,
what the
and
cost.
then-
He did say what the
and-
cost was.
A life for a life.
Basically, like eye for an eye.
An eye
Yes,
for,
and then
but,
at the end,
and
a soul
at
for
the
soul.
end-
Yeah.
Yeah, a soul for a
And then
soul.
at the end of the tunnel, we find Iris, Ionite.
There was another door before that.
Another door before that,
There
but
was-
you didn't fall in.
I did not fall into that door.
You almost did.
Shut up.
Door that broke.
It was
There was-
character development. The last
it
door I
was
went
a-
through, I didn't die through.
It was,
It was a door that
a
broke.
giant.
Yes.
It was Iris Ionite, who had been blinded by something.
No, she just couldn't see because her pupils were. There's not
no,
really.
not her pupils. Her eyes were black.
Her eye whites were eye blacks.
Oh,
Yeah,
Monster!
Yeah.
Wait, no, Monster. We couldn't have sacrificed Phoenix.
Phoenix was already gone
Phoenix
at this
was-
time.
No, Phoenix
Yeah,
was
no,
Dianite, and
the-
Phoenix was gone.
Oh yeah, true. No,
Phoenix-
no, actually, no.
Yeah,
Phoenix was
and-
still there.
and that-
She was
Yeah, no,
there. I
Phoenix was
remember.
there.
I told her I would
Monster
kill her.
just said should have sacrificed Phoenix, then kicked her.
Well,
No,
the
no,
thing-
Phoenix.
well, the
We
other
couldn't
thing
sacrifice
was.
Phoenix because this person who had to be
Yeah.
sacrificed needed to be an Ionite.
Yeah, Phoenix was a
Oh,
Dianite.
and by the way, so you remember how Riddick mentioned that Haven was a Dianite, or not? Was an
Dianite.
Ionite?
Yeah.
This isn't
Oh my
revealed
gosh.
yet.
Ionite?
This
No,
this
no,
is
no, this isn't the reveal. This isn't the reveal.
This happens after I died.
No, here's the thing. We figured
she
out.
wanted to jump in. and
Yeah,
we're like,
no, we kind of figured out her
"Fuck,
plan before
no."
she even said anything. So we're
It was
like,
like,
huh, yeah, no,
no.
you're not even on the chopping board here, bitch.
It's like you're
Okay, so-
you're the leader. The bats need you, and we were
Alright.
managed. And then we, after much discussion, those of us who were INIDs decided that Rudick
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
I want everyone except me to mute for this.
Okay, yeah, here's...
That's
No
fair.
interjections.
No,
Okay.
let me say what I was going to originally do.
Okay.
Before anything else.
Okay,
So,
fine.
The thing was, while everyone else had agreed for Runic, I was going to, behind their backs, and forcefully make it so that Runic wouldn't die, and I would take his place and die. But,
I was about to do the same thing as well.
The reason why it didn't happen was because as soon as I was gonna push him off, Ethan's dangerously fucking close to the ledge as the void, like right when the void opened. So I quickly ran around behind and I tried to push him the fuck into the void, but he wouldn't fucking fall in.
Okay, so
I
it ended up
remember
being
you trying that as well.
Okay, so here's what it was. The next chapter we go into is the cost, and basically the cost was a game show where I was the announcer. And so the cost.
Hilariously.
There was a competition between Trichonites and the heroes.
Trichonite made the fucking game and still
Trichonite lost very horribly, and I was fired from my job because of it. I am now homeless.
Shut the fuck up, announcer.
And so what ended up happening was No, I got this. It was a trivia. It was 10 trivia questions about the lore of the server. See, I told you there'd be a test at the end, but it's not your test. The heroes were tested. Heroes won, obviously, and we made it to what looked like the Bat's hideout, but it wasn't the Bat's hideout. But that's not important right now.
Surprise! We were on a ship. In the fucking void.
What ended up?
The crystal ball speaks, but that's
Let
later.
Runic speak.
And so I stand in the middle of the room with someone else who has to sacrifice to himself, named Decius. Decius has to sacrifice himself for Mianite's memories, which we didn't find out about until midway through the week. I was gone that day.
Like Mina.
We don't talk about. We'll get to Mina.
Yeah, we'll get to Mina.
Mina's a special surprise. So me and Decius stand in the middle, and the floor drops below us. We fall. But however, there was something wrong with the sacrifice hole. Something malfunctioned. Mina fell in.
There's something wrong with the sacrifice hole.
The sacrifice.
Tell me another way to. That's what happens.
The pit of sacrifice.
Wasn't holy enough.
The sacrificial pit or whatever.
The pit of sacrifice.
Either way, the whole malfunctioned.
Yeah.
Send him to the pit of sorrows. Dilly.
And so what ended up happening was 3 heroes were gone. The cost had been paid. And the final battle with Trichonite grows. Well, approaches.
And
the next
we bickered about how that why is Mina gone? What happened? And
yeah, there was also a reason why I was also very worried in case it was like Mina or any of them, because I was like, I had like a really bad feeling for what was going to happen next.
However,
and I was right. I will say this right now. I was right.
However, the best part is I already knew you were going to be right.
You know what though? Ahead of the time, quickly. Sorry, just to interrupt on this one. I wonder what happened if someone else would have fallen in. It's like 4 lives.
Oh no, it would have been another person who died.
Yeah.
Mina
what happened though?
Mina is that hypothetical.
Ah, okay, fair.
Yeah.
It would have been.
Although Mina was also planned.
Although we did say if we had one of us Ionites go down, we were gonna take down at least Ethan or someone with us, and unfortunately Mina was the casualty, not Ethan. God damn it, Mina, you weren't supposed to fall in. Ethan was.
Mina wanted a new character.
However, so then we
actually, can you describe what happened that Wednesday? Because I was there, I just completely forgot what happened.
So we were on a ship. So we found out that the hideout is actually a ship traveling through the void. Void that just happens. It's not a banana peel.
No. What Monster said for falling in the pit.
Oh, look. Anywho, so we found out that the hideout is actually a ship traveling through the void to a specific time. We don't know where. We don't know time and place. We don't know where. We don't know when. We don't know why.
Actually, you do know when.
Again.
Yeah. You're traveling to April 3rd, 2021.
technically, well, at that point we didn't.
Or 2027.
At that
check
point,
battle top. I'm above you.
Yeah, it's because I was spending a lot of money.
At that point,
and you'll see why later.
At that point, we didn't know though, Runic.
No, you were told that Wednesday. We're talking about Wednesday. You were told that day.
I may have forgotten that. I may have forgotten that slide. I may have forgotten that bit.
We were told we were falling, and there was a destination, but
Yeah.
we weren't told where.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anywho,
they find out that Trichonite, they find out that they're heading out to where Trichonite's gonna be. It's gonna be their final battle, and Cal's going to have to fight Trichonite head on.
And then
Again.
And we also find out the crystal ball is
Staff are linked.
yeah, linked, and oh yeah, the crystal ball speaks.
Yeah.
And the crystal ball,
voice.
And crystal ball said multiple things. One of those great things being that there were life forms similar to the ones who fell in the hole on the other side of the doorway.
We legit thought that meant that there were fucking alternate versions of them.
Yeah.
And then Trichonite showed up. It was like,
then Trichonite showed up and just
and
decided
took
to yeet it across the wall.
Well, after saying you will lose, after the ball said you will lose, he threw a temper tantrum and was like, and took Alec and Ethan, and sucked and pulled them through the gate and pulled them into we didn't know where.
All right, and then here comes Saturday.
The final battle.
Like smashed into a million atoms, kind of smashed.
Like we literally,
John.
Remember, at this point, he had the reality orb literally infused into him, so he could literally break that thing down into its composite atoms.
Yeah.
Granted, he decided to do it in the biggest temper tantrum ever, but I digress.
Yeah, he had a baby temper tantrum again.
No.
Oh my gosh, no.
No. Anywho.
God damn it.
So.
No.
That can be taken many different ways.
Alright, sorry. I'm definitely trying to switch to the voice changer right now, but it's not working.
A little bit better.
Oh, I got you, Runic.
So, the final battle. Someone's gonna have to cover the initial bit because I wasn't there for.
Okay, so so what ended up happening was the heroes make it through, and there's 3 people waiting on the other side for them.
Surprise.
Runic, Desius, and Mina.
No, I'm sorry. It's Mina with the voice changer still just freaks me out. I'm traumatized whenever Mina uses that voice changer now.
And so the battle begins, and several people are taken away. Lucky is taken away into courtesy of Runic, who decides to do some psychological torture. Now this is the bit where he had to pull stuff on the fly, and he was because 2 of the people he had intended.
Only one person. Basically, what ended up happening was I caged Nathan up, who happens to be Cal's,
you did
what?
Fiance, I think.
Fiance, yes.
Yeah, cause
and
No. They're only boyfriend girlfriend.
Oh,
boyfriend girlfriend.
Boyfriend and girlfriend. And I made Lucky
so quick to change.
I made Lucky go through a maze
where she was blinded.
Well, she was blinded and stuck in a slow crawl, all the while taunting her. And then she gets to the end. She has to make a choice: either Cal, the person set to kill Trichonite, and her sister, or Nathan, someone she's known for a long time, and Cal's fiance. Not fiance, boyfriend.
Didn't you make it? Sorry.
Originally, it was going to be Lilly, who is
but she had
Lucky's girlfriend.
And then you were like, And then you were going to do me, but I wasn't on.
Yeah, no, you were my next choice.
Because,
and then
because
Nathan.
oh yeah, at some point during
The funny thing is that he had to fucking
Lucky
pull
had
Nathan
forceful-
into VC to prove that it was actually Nathan.
Because the cow was an NPC.
because Lucky had forcefully adopted me as brother, so he
Anyways.
was. Anywho,
So what ended up happening was
Lucky.
she chooses to dump Nathan into the pit,
Oh.
and
Evil.
I reject her decision. I dumped the NPC. I dumped the NPC of Cal into the pit.
And then I went after the
And then she
NPC of
jumps
Cal.
after it while not having the fire resistance.
Yeah, because that's
Because
the thing where you
this
just
is-
started burning, and I was like, hang on a minute, that's a bit like ironic.
It was supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I know.
He
I
put
made it.
peanut butter
So
on my power.
she couldn't use her power.
I
Yeah,
was a bit
he
like,
put
it's
a
a bit
peanut
Oh
butter
yeah,
on
there
my
was
power.
also the part where
very
I had her fight another version of myself. She wouldn't fight it, so I pushed it into lava.
And I went after it to save it.
That's just screwed up.
And then
Yeah. That's the point.
I gave her something called a corrupted heart. And I told her to give it. Did you talk about what I was?
We haven't talked about what you are now.
No, what?
Okay,
no,
we gotta go
no,
into a whole
that's
backstory.
That's coming up later.
No, we
That's
need to
coming
talk
up
about
l-
now. Because
No.
Yuto.
That's a whole nother
Yuto.
like 8 hours.
The corrupted
Finish
heart
the
is
battle.
it's integral
Let's
to the
finish-
corrupted heart.
Let's finish the battle now.
Okay.
Finish the battle.
Basically,
Then we'll talk about it.
I'll explain. Basically, I gave her an item called the corrupted heart. We'll go about that later.
Yeah,
And then
I was given a book about it.
And then Mina had fun.
Mina was
targeting
taunting Shadow the entire time.
because
Yeah.
I had so
you pushed me in.
Okay, so here's the fucked up shit is because I legit thought that first I thought they were just discs playing.
Because you didn't know I was there.
Yeah,
Because
no.
I literally joined the call on an alternate account after saying for a whole week I wasn't gonna be there on Saturday.
Yeah, no,
Just
so
to
I legit was like,
fuck.
I was legit like I was ready for like discs to play and everything. I'm like, okay, they're just discs. Then
Because
they
we had-
started responding back, and I was just like,
And then I even mentioned your name like Iana.
yeah, that was when I was like, the fuck.
And then
I love Lucky's reaction when I pulled her into her separate call. Oh, hi, Larson. Lucky, it's me.
That's
And
all
then
my reaction was. Oh, hi, Larson. You're new. I'm Lucky. It's nice to meet you.
And
Yeah,
it's
you were
like,
quite
it's
unlucky at
me.
the time.
And it's like
Yeah, I was. Yes,
like,
I didn't realize
Lucky.
same shit.
And it's just imagine Runik's voice with Runik with his voice changer. Lucky, it's me.
Let me see if I can. I'm trying to get it working, but it's not working.
Be surprised.
Brilliant. That's in my video too.
What you need to do is you need to change the source, like the source in Discord. To,
No, that's what I'm trying to work on right now.
In any case, after all of that, we all got brought back, and then we found out, oh hey,
Yeah, it's
this
just
is
not
how.
working.
I mean, we all got stuck in a cage.
Well, hang on. And then we found out, oh boy, it's time to fight waves of withers.
Oh yeah, the waves.
And then the server
Alex-
crashed. And
Yeah,
then
the
the
server
server
crashed because
crashed.
Alex spawned in too many withers.
Yeah,
And
Alex
then-
killed me,
spawned in
like,
more than
twice,
he
then-
spawned in more than he was supposed to.
And then we're just like, okay, we're just gonna complete.
I don't know how my pet wither survived in the survival world, even when the server crashed.
Okay.
really.
And so what ended up happening was Cal had to fight. Everyone was teleported into a
barrier.
sphere of
A
barriers, invisible
barrier
sphere.
The
And
gods
while
were stuck,
The corrupted spirits were just laughing at them.
and then Cal
And
had
to fight Triconite. Cal died
1v1.
twice.
Well,
Every time
no,
Cal
she
died, Triconite reversed time to kill her again. But eventually,
I
Cal
love
did
her.
hit. Cal hit Triconite.
Cal
struck
hard.
Triconite hard and killed him. Well,
well, and
she didn't
and
kill him. She was supposed to kill him, but what she instead did was hit the thing in his chest.
because
the
he
reality
moved
orb.
at just
Hey, guys.
the wrong moment.
Guys, Monster just said, Time. You need someone dead, have someone wronged you so much, murder is the only option. We'll head down to
Alright.
spawn and hire your own man at Alex Hitman Services. No, Alec is dead to us.
No. Oh, anywho,
So what ended up happening was
Dragonite moved at the last moment.
the reality orb was struck, and all the heroes were sent into a void. Thus ending chapter 7.
Thankfully, not white, but still.
Actually, no, that's important that it was
no,
not
that's
white.
important.
Black.
It was black.
Yeah, but well, we didn't realize that at the time, but
well, I mean, we kind of knew.
We knew it was different.
I was one of the people who helped set it up.
Yeah, hi, hello.
We were kind of like.
Same
In
here.
fact, three of the 4 people who helped set it up were here right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is that I knew, as soon as it wasn't white, it was black. I knew it was important. I knew something was up.
I personally.
Yeah, it took 90 minutes to set up that one fucking room.
See,
Oh,
so the
God, that
one
room.
thing, was that the void one? The void and the
Yes.
end
The
when
black
you went
void, yeah.
See,
And
yeah,
then
I
we also
commented about
realized-
that the next day, and everyone was like, "Oh, hang on a minute," and I was like, "Yeah, I noticed that instantly."
And then
Yeah,
the
no,
void.
that room was
Oh,
a
and also
pain.
when we were in the
Yeah,
void
no.
room, we lost the gods. We lost Brian. We also lost.
Oh, they
Abe
didn't.
and
No,
Haven.
that was right before the void room.
Yeah, that was right
They
before.
never made it to the void.
They didn't.
Yeah, no, they never.
Yeah, we got-
Aid did, but now Aid's
Abe
MIA.
did, but
A
Abe
few
did,
days
but-
later, aka Monday, like 2 days ago, the heroes arrived at
Oh, yeah.
Grand Skyvale.
Oh, yeah.
Grand Skyvale.
Oh yeah,
No.
guys, we also kind of
Um,
lost. Guys, we also kind of lost Ghost in the Void too. Don't forget.
Yeah, but we're talking about important
yeah,
characters.
yeah.
Talking about important characters. Oh my god.
Wow.
If we're being honest though, Ghost.
I'm
now
kidding.
has-
I'm kidding.
If we're being
Go
honest,
Ken
though,
and kill
now-
yourself now.
He's already dead.
I'm already dead, fucker.
Anywho, so
What do you
we
want him to
arrive
be?
in-
Double dead? Double
We
Kenny
arrive in Grand Skyvale. Well, first we arrive in Chapel, but it's fixed.
Actually, you know what? You can explain the rest of this because I think you'll explain a lot better than I will, despite
Yeah.
me probably knowing more.
We arrive in the chapel. It's fixed. It's got some cool new banners. It's got some cool new banners in it, but it's fixed. There's also a huge portal if we fall out of, but we're back. And then we're like, wait, is this actually? And then we see Triconites Warhammer. We're like, wait, did we do
God
it?
damn it, monster.
We see priest. We see Prize original staff. And then Pry, the man, shows up. He's like, "Hey guys, glad you made it." And we all just like, "Yes, thank God, thank the gods, yes."
And he gave me my staff back. And it
Oh
was-
yeah, and which had fallen out of her hand at some point, and it got busted up a little
God
bit.
damn it, Rennick.
a lot of the gold around the head is missing.
The particles, the orbs are missing.
Mhm.
And then, however, Cal keeps the staff because, goddamn it, staff chose her for a reason, so might as well hold on to it, even if it's lost some of its, even though it took a beating
Power.
for the reality orb.
It's all alive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
lost
in any
like
case,
some
and then,
dead,
so
half
then,
damage, but
so
still
then
made
we
it
hear,
unrivaled.
priest, everything good? In comes Triconite?
Strike a bitch.
But
Yeah,
not
it-
Triconite. Not the one
It's
that
Trike a
not
bitch, but not Trike a bitch.
Actually, it's Strike a priest.
Yeah, Trike a priest.
Yeah, so yeah,
Trike a priest.
Trike a priest, because
It's like a priest son.
so reality orb
Oh my fucking
is no longer in Triconite's
And he's
power.
human.
He's human. He has a more human form. He no longer
Yeah.
has
His
three
brother's
as
included in guidebooks.
the priest put it. He no longer has three I couldn't very well leave him having
He-
3 eyes and
yeah.
covered in ash.
Yeah,
It's
he could've.
pretty much
Yeah.
how it turned out if he wouldn't eat it into the void because of the evil that.
Yeah, because of the
He
darkness that
looks
had been
better
touching
now,
him,
but
that's even more complicated. Yeah, he looks, but
Yeah.
the Was it the orb who essentially copied Pry's face over onto him?
I think so.
Yeah, Pry just made skin last minute and used his own skin as a base, but that's just me.
That's
I
probably.
mean, let's be
that's
honest
probably,
here. Who
that's
made the
probably out of
skin?
character.
Pry.
That's probably out of character reason.
Yeah,
but
that's
in
out of
character reason. In character reason, the orb was like, okay, if you're gonna make him look good, I might as well give him an actual face. And it's like, your face is good. Excuse me. Copy pasted onto Triconite. And now Triconite is actually an upstanding member of the community. Surprisingly.
Yeah,
He is.
I
I love
didn't
him.
get killed in Skybox.
Hang on,
Yeah.
Hunter. We're getting there.
Welcome to the stream.
We're getting
in
there.
the
So
middle
then,
of doing
Pry's
not
like,
character lore,
hey, wanna
story of the
take a look?
entire
And
server
reveals,
so far.
yeah,
We're
this
catching
is
up, and
not
we're about at the end.
just our.
This is not your
Skyvale.
average Skyvale. This is Grand Skyvale.
Well, more importantly,
It's
this is our
Skyvale.
Skyvale
What
and
happened?
Grand Skyvale.
Yes, the
We-
Grand
It's basically
Because-
Skybox, but a bit more accurate at.
We basically our world had combined. Our world had combined with this Grand Skyvale.
Yeah, they're loud. That's just how we are, though. We're very loud.
And merged the two.
We be loud.
However, the void was because
Also
of
slimes, goddammit.
not only this, but also the destruction of the reality orbit, our reality, the void is also crumbling.
Oh yeah, the fucking void is just ripping itself
the
apart to
void- the void-
pieces.
Which is why the void is this time around.
So now we have voidolite crystals and shards,
But
which
because of
Runix
because
thought
of
was
the
a
void-
place,
but
and
because
I
of-
was correct.
I was told it was a place.
Yeah,
Okay.
but because of and which is corrupt, which is
This
big
is.
and shoulder.
I don't think it's
also
official
Jeff Burrow,
Mianite
who
thing.
has a
It is just
grave and
Mianite
yet is still alive
RPG
because
that
the other Just Toro.
Pry is
Yeah.
running, and it's
hang
very
on,
it's
hang on.
very nice enough
The
for me to
voidolite,
do
which
this.
is a crystal, which is literally
I know
the
we're pretty far in on
crystallization
chapters though,
of the void.
but it does have the
can, in
gods.
fact, be-
It just has
can, in
its own
fact, be
storyline
broke-
and everything.
Can in fact
It's so fun, though. I
naturally
absolutely
fracture
love
off
it.
into smaller
I've-
gems, which can be turned into
I've been doing it
tools,
for 2
as
chapters
Pry
now.
demonstrated with a voidolite pickaxe
This is now
compared
my second
to
chapter.
a netherite
that I'm in.
pickaxe. And boy, let me tell you, a
Official
voidolite
Mianite RPG, not
pickaxe,
affiliated with actual
it
Mianite. Thank you very much, Rennick, for
shoes.
that.
It
Yeah, so yeah,
goes
it's official Mianite
through
RPG, but
so
not
fast,
affiliated
it's
with Mianite.
almost
It does.
instant break.
Well,
Void
actually,
like
yeah.
brrrr.
You know,
Voidolite
when,
go-
you know,
Yeah,
when the
Voidolite
command-
goes
when the command block- when the command block is working, it is.
Yeah, when the command block's working.
Yeah, when the command block. However, in
God,
any
you guys,
case,
don't ruin the canon.
in any case,
Like Lucifer actually had to like fix the command block midway through all this.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
it was
In any
really
case.
funny. Well, I mean, let's be honest here. Pry kind of like showed where the fuck the command block was.
in any case,
He did too. Yeah, he did.
it was
on
an
accident.
accident. In any case,
Yeah, he did on accident.
he showed the power of the voidolite. We were all like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And,
Yeah, holy shit.
And then he was like, "Oh yeah, do you guys want
Damn it,
to see
monster.
around town?" Which is where we can, those of y'all who are streaming, we can actually go to Skyvale and show. So, for everyone's, Shadow, you
Immersion breaking.
Immersion breaking, that's
Shadow.
always
I'm
happening.
standing right next to you without shadows, so this definitely isn't canon.
Yeah. All right. in
I
any
have
case,
I have no clue who the
in
fuck you two
spawn-
are.
Hello. In spawn.
Oh,
we
you're at
were-
spawn?
We were introduced to. We were first taken to Heroes Park, where hangs the crown of King Mitch, and also statues of the three fallen. Rennick, Mina, and David, aka Des. SES.
Bro.
And where? Well, hang on. We'll get to that.
Where's
We'll get to
Connor?
that. We've.
Wee.
Aren't we giving him the torch? Shouldn't he be here?
Yeah, Connor, come to spawn.
We found out that the tower is back to normal. It's back. There's crystals literally everywhere. Everything.
Yeah,
back to
voidolite
normal,
crystals.
apart from some animals. Don't.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Ledonk.
him back.
Ledonk
We
is
don't need him
gone.
back.
Shall be remembered.
Fuck Ladonk.
You just
Don't
say that because you
know.
got kicked by him.
I got killed by him.
We all have been killed by
yes.
Laydonk at least once, okay? Shut up. Let that.
Nobody says that to Laydonk.
Let
Come
that
here.
lie.
Hold on.
Mianite's got his house back because this realm
Why is everyone
had
laughing for me?
Oh
a
my god, Runic. You
actually
absolute
had
bastard.
Mianite's house.
I'm gonna come over there
We
and
also
physically
found.
assault you.
Fuck. Lay down.
Oh my god.
Well, hang on.
Oh,
And
Monster just
because
said
this was-
Avis will now
because
be
this is an
canonically
alternate-
killed by
because this is
Mina
an alternate
character.
World, some people had copies.
Although I'm not in the right skin.
Hey, Lily.
Although Pride did say he doesn't know if this is actually alternate Lily or not, which is the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Which is the
Yeah,
funny
we
thing.
did say
Many
that.
things happened. We found out that apparently our love of camping can be continued in the Skyvale Woods.
Yes.
Where there's also a couple woodloggers in there who make super silly jokes.
Woodchuck puns.
Woodchuck puns. In fact, one of them is actually named
Chuck.
Woodchuck. Haven has a house up
Up
on
there.
top of the hill.
Haven's Haven, if you will.
Yeah.
Haven's Haven.
I think that one's now finally interior
The
decorated.
dock, and there is a.
There's a dead tree.
I actually.
Yeah. Because
The tree was killed yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that tree was killed
That was
yesterday.
funny.
Yeah,
And
when Poppy
pardon
sees
me,
that, he's
I'm
gonna
going
get
to put
pissed.
on wings for this
Literally,
because
like in front of the chapel,
because
behind
fuck
you.
running all the running all the way.
The flying wizard.
Yeah,
You're a
screw
wizard.
that. Let's use the elytras. Oh wait.
Oh my god.
I don't have my. I mean, I have an elytra, but I don't have fireworks
I'm
anymore.
out of fireworks, yeah.
I'm out
I
of
need to
fireworks,
get
yeah.
automated gunpowder
We
prints,
found
like,
out that the places such as
Gosh.
Dine and Fight and the docks still existed. But there was a new place.
We.
Skybucks. Yes,
Can you
we
accept that
have.
request, though? Thank
Yes,
you.
we have Starbucks here. And yes, it is. Yes.
It's legit Skybox.
It's literally Star. It is
There's a
literally
Skybox
Skyvalian
cake.
Starbucks, and yes, the coffee is overpriced.
Coffee is.
And
Yeah.
yes, it's always been overpriced anyway, so what
I
were
feel
we
like I'm
in any
glossing
case-
over one thing that happened.
Monster just
What,
said Pride needs to remove the
Which one?
barriers inside the tent at the wood so we can lay inside like an actual tent needs to be used.
Which one,
Yeah,
Runic?
exactly. That would be amazing.
Which one,
which
Runic?
one?
Tent time.
Well, I mean, what else is there to mention about Skyvale? Would you say?
Well, oh yeah, the final thing. Well, back in Heroes Park, shut up the Resource World.
Fuck off, Resource World. We love you for resources, but we don't give a shit if you reset.
There was one
Hey,
final
take a
thing
summer
that
resource world.
there was one final thing that Pride revealed to the heroes. The statues there have more than just commemorative purposes.
Yeah, they also
They
look pretty cool.
hold the
I was about
souls.
to TPA to myself.
They hold the souls of the fallen, and the souls of the fallen are protecting this realm. They're protecting Grand Skyvale's realm, the realm of Grand Skyvale's version of the reality orb.
I know you really want to get at that orb.
Cal, you're,
I want to also.
Cal, you're flying. Cal's
Oh,
swimming.
what?
No,
Cal, you're swimming.
Cal's standing for me.
No, look at my
Oh.
stream, Runic. She's swimming.
Yeah, you're highly delayed. So.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's broken. I merged it. But in
Anyways,
any
yeah.
case, so yeah, the reality orb is just sitting here, right? Nope. The orb is protecting the souls are protecting the orb through an unbreakable barrier, and the orb is protecting their souls in return. A strange sort of symbiotic relationship that keeps this realm safe, to say the least. However,
Hey there.
there are some other things.
I feel like
The
there's a
bats-
few things we're skipping over.
The bats' hideout is no more. Haven is the only one who made it through, as far as we're aware.
Aw.
And there's there's a few new faces in town.
Hey there,
One
how
of
you doing?
one of which, well, you are.
I mean, how do you want to
Yes,
define me? Am I a new face or an old face?
You're technically old.
Oh,
Thank you.
Technically old. Technically
Ignore
old,
me
but
popping
new at
in,
the same
hi.
time. One such is
Ouch.
a rogue that is very good at making people believe that they are even more crazy.
Oh
than
yeah,
they
that
already
happened
are.
that
You
happened
try
30
telling
times to
someone
me.
that there is this evil world-destroying being. There's multiple dimensions. That someone's made 100% of water. That someone's able to have multiple souls them in once.
Okay, hang it, Riddick. That's not
within
what I
the
was
first 30 minutes of meeting them.
That's not. Okay, Dylan wasn't. Dylan wasn't part of that. That
I
initial
didn't say
bit.
anything about a time. I didn't even say anything about a time god.
Oh my god.
In any case, we found out. In any case, after finally managing to meet up with this sneaky rogue, Yuto, my character, hi, hello, managed to convince the mute rogue, whose name is Avis, to meet with her later at some point. Wait, through the use of a journal, through the sacrifice of his journal.
Only 2 of us have now.
Through the use of his journal, I managed to talk to Avis, sort of convince her to meet up later on, and yeah. Then there was a stranger who keeps appearing. It is very mysterious, wearing a mask that has only one face hole.
One face hole.
One face hole. Shut up! You guys know what I mean. One eye hole.
There's one eye socket.
One eye socket, as far as we know, because goddamn that other side do be black. And then there's David's dad.
Mr. Biggins!
Who is whose skin gives off very much Wario energy.
It's fucking Waluigi. The only reason
Waluigi.
The only reason the nose is so smushed like that is because it's a Minecraft skin.
It's Wario, and I will say that until he dies.
It is Wario.
I'll say it when he dies.
Wow,
fucking Luigi.
Does Waluigi get into money making schemes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does he do? Yeah, but does he do it as often
Waluigi's
as his
pinball.
brother?
Waluigi's pinball.
Yeah.
Agree.
WarioWare.
Waluigi's pinball.
WarioWare is the best thing ever.
Okay.
So funny.
Look. Still, regardless. We at that point we also find out that a character who somehow manages to exist somehow, Mr. Moneybag, Biggins and Mr. Moneybags, who has been building this stupid ass bankery.
I think he has monster.
Were business associates and essentially forever.
Monster just said, "You two better not forget about me, SMH."
Better not forget about what?
Well, I mean, we haven't gotten to you yet. Yuto literally met you today.
Yeah.
And then, as of today, Yuto and Avis met
Dylan.
Met Dylan, a being of sentient water who has the ability.
Dylan. It's Dylan.
Dylan.
Fuck
Dylan. The ability, a being of sentient water who is capable of light, and has literally
light manipulation.
Light manipulation in order to appear more human.
Not even magic. It's as in like the scientific term of light.
Yeah, it's literally the sun manipulates his water, the molecules within his water.
Basically, if you understand how gems in Steven Universe retain form, you can understand how Monster does.
That is essentially. That is essentially how.
Steven Universe logic right there.
The only reason he's here, he literally just fell in a hole that appeared under him as he was eating breakfast.
I mean,
Not even kidding.
That's the best way to go, though.
That is the best way to join the
it is literally
RPG.
like.
That is.
It's literally just like, oh, shit. Oh shit, I'm here now. He apparently has been slumming it at the Skybucks. Because goddamn, does he like the coffee? Oh, and he's also from the future. But
he just said
but
that
he
y'all
likes it
just
here.
haven't asked the right questions about me yet.
Exactly.
He also.
Ask me all the questions. Ooh.
Okay, and also the stranger is a bit
Strange.
extra strange because it turns out she's the one who gave Mina the map and the infinite wood apparently.
She also has a plan here in Skyvale that she told Avis existed, but didn't explain what exactly.
Well, it told me, it told Yuto as well. Didn't say what. She was looking for Mina though, and now she's dead. So.
Yeah.
So, do you think Yuto? Do you think it's finally time to talk about the other one?
and then
we go back to the corrupted hearts.
Oh, fun.
So that heart is more than just a heart.
Let me pull it out. Here we go. Got it.
It is.
This fucker.
No, we're not.
Hey,
Runic,
Runic.
Oh my god, where are you guys?
Runic.
I said we aren't doing it right now. You just look like an idiot right now.
In any
I'm
case.
stuck in my own survival world, Mina.
In any case, the corrupted heart is more than just a heart. It is in fact a shard that is holding the essence of. Well, we're not entirely sure what. It is runic, but not runic. It is not our
But
runic.
Yuto, what is a soul shard?
So initially, the other.
Or do you want me to explain this?
You probably should explain this, considering that.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, Runic has a whole entire backstory. But I'll skip most of the details. What you need to know is he failed something so miserably that an evil force split him into multiple pieces and scattered him throughout multiple times and spaces.
I believe you said there were 14?
12.
12. I knew it was double digit.
You rolled a 1 and then died.
Yeah,
he
rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1 on a d12.
Oh my
well, not just. Well, not actually.
If I rolled 12, I would have stayed in one piece.
You rolled a 1 on your You rolled a 1 on your. You rolled a 1 on your final. On your second death save.
Yeah, on your last death save.
Anyways, yeah. So my soul was broken into multiple shards, and one shard was the first one, the bard who
Runic
sacrificed himself.
Wait a minute,
and then
the bard all the way? I thought you were.
No.
That's a great.
Complicated.
Runic did say they were a bard all the way.
But now we have. But now there's other things because Avis is not.
Is
a
another
bard.
shard.
Avis is not a bard. Avis is a rogue, and her sword, and as such, the sword responds differently.
The sword is now the rapier of a ruptured
rogue, and revealed in a meeting between Yuto and Avis.
Actually, the sword could. Are you talking about the sword to talk?
Yeah, the sword's ability to talk.
The sword spoke a while back, actually.
However,
like the same day I died, the sword spoke.
Well, this time it revealed itself in a more
prominent manner.
In a more prominent manner, directly acting as mediator between Yuto and
in a more slap to the face type.
And the corrupted heart is something that the corrupted Runic from the Trichonite fight created to make it so he stayed while the other two souls were destroyed with the rest of the reality that Trichonite created.
Which was a very fucking smart idea on his part.
However, something's wrong, because remember the reality because Because remember what I said about the statue?
The statues have the souls.
And runic.
Meaning that I can't have my own soul. So the question is, what am I?
And that is the thing that we have been trying to figure out.
That is where we are now.
Out of character-wise, we've been doing this plot just so that way we can stop building for like as long as possible.
Yes, true.
We're legit like trying to like avoid putting glass and endstone down for the End Isle mansion because that's also part of lore shit. Character-wise.
However,
I mean, before I was doing a completely other tedious thing, so I'm glad I'm over here now.
Riddick made his own backstory very confusing.
Yeah.
No,
my backstory isn't really that confusing.
Well, if you probably
you've made some details of it exceptionally confusing.
Okay, tell me a detail and I'll explain it right now.
This whole bit with the corrupted runic.
Corrupted runic isn't runic, but done.
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah,
I know exactly what corrupted runic is in my head. Do you want me to say? Because it's a spoiler.
No.
No spoilers.
Haha, I'm on the crown.
Spoilers until chapter. Save the spoiler until we get to chapter 9.
Save the spoiler for the time that the spoiler happens. That's
the spoiler will happen probably before April 14th because I'm getting bored.
Oh.
Before April 14th.
Runic. Runic.
What?
Hi.
Yo.
In any case, so after do you want me to explain everything that happened the other day?
What the other day?
I mean, they can catch up on the lore streams, on the character lore stream.
More happened with Angel than you know, so maybe Ayana should say it.
Well.
Oh yeah, cause character-wise, I went to I had to go to Angel before anything.
Oh, actually, yeah. So there's actually a whole there's also all the conversations at the base.
Now that I think about it, I think corrupted runic knows the most out of everyone canonically.
Yeah.
Technically, yes. Yeah. Because you listen in on every fucking.
Well, he listens in on every fucking thing that Shadow or Ayana is at.
That's another thing.
Stay tuned for later tonight when something amazing may happen.
Oh yeah, because we're doing character lore, and I'll say this: character lore in an hour.
Did you? Okay.
Hey,
did you see? Do you know what I'm making? Did you see what's behind that wall?
I did not yet know.
Good. Don't go until I tell you to.
Okay.
Which wall?
So yeah, this is BTS stuff for character lore for later.
Oh, Cal, what you need to do, Cal, if you want to be in the character lore, literally just join. Just be at the base in 1 hour, because something's gonna go down at the base.
Yeah.
So like, it's gonna turn.
Wait, hold on. Does this need? Wait, hold on. Out of character, does this need Shadow or Ayana?
It's gonna start off with Ayana.
Okay. This is This is legit how we get ready for a character lore. We just legit talk randomly, and then we're just like, okay, what do we need?
Every time I come on and there's something already going on, I have to DM someone. Is this an Avis moment or a corrupted runic moment?
Yeah.
Oh, and should I
Why do you
say
think I
stuff
made
about
my
what
skin
happened
multi?
between Avis? Should I say what happened?
Yuto, that is completely up to you.
Oh, I'll say one thing.
I mean, since we're talking out of character context,
I will say one thing. Avis
person with no voice and person with 4 voices.
Avis and Runic finds that it's not. Their friendship. Their friendship becomes a lot closer. I'll just say that. Because 4 voices, having a multitude of voices and having no voices, opposites attract, you know?
I fucking knew it!
Cute.
Opposites attract. No, literally, Lucky. I
also find it really funny.
Oh wait, hold on. Last night.
I DM'd Runic about
this is funny because last night me and Runic were fighting over him being cute or not.
I DM'd Runic. I DM'd Runic this afternoon at like 2 Are you gonna make it canon that Avis fancies Yuno? Would be funny if she did, especially with how Yuno got teased by Lucky after Avis
Runic.
left.
Here's
Runic.
Because of that, because the best part is
Yuzo as a character is probably the weirdest character out of everyone here.
Okay, Monster just said
And
this.
Avis's whole thing is she doesn't understand anyone here.
Guys, Monster just said this. Gotta get Avis 2 voices. One that has a J in the name and one with an R so that they turn into Jarvis.
Shut up.
That was Monster talking, not me.
Technically, the rapier is already the R.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Reed?
Reed?
I mean, technically, if you go to Hooters, then, you know, that's Jay.
Mm-hmm. So, like,
Yeah.
should we say, Runic, something fun that, like, I know the streams know of, but, like, I think out of characters, the others may not?
I honestly thought that
Is this something I may know?
So technically, no, I don't think he did, because this was when me and Runic went to alone for more bits of character for Shadow and Corrupted Runic. So the whole thing is like he has to try and gain Ayana's trust while breaking the other's trust with Ayana. And it's like really fucking funny, and it's just like it was like this really it was like a really like dark moment, just like a huge they're planning.
Was that the moment when you and
That was also the moment when I had to go to the mansion anyways to drop shit off.
Oh, and then there's also. Are we gonna
talk about last night though?
Which part? Oh, you mean when I made you fucking cry?
I had to in order to actually sound like.
And I also got you to laugh.
Oh wait, no, and then there's also all the talks. And then there was the wither talk between. Then there was the wither talk between Shadow and
oh yeah.
Luca.
And also the fact that Angel.
So because wither skeletons and withers have their own unique language called wither speak or withering. I don't know.
I say like wither speak because
yeah, we just say wither speak. So Shadow and Uka.
Let's just say they had a talk.
They had a talk. It was very enlightening for Uka, and very, very therapeutic in some sense for Shadow.
It was really fun when you were trying to explain shit to Angel, and Angel was just being drunk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so...
Yeah, out of context, my fucking creator is just chaotic.
So... Yeah, yesterday... A lot of shit was found out for some of the characters. So... Yeah, you don't know this Super?
So...
If you're gonna listen to this, heads up, this is
all out of character shit.
Yeah, this is out of character. We are speaking out of character. You do not know this in the canon unless you are actively there. Yeah, so.
That's why we always, like, whenever it's, like, something, it's like, there's story time, or it's like, I put my stream for, it's like, story time or BTS shit. It's just, like, that's gonna be, that's out of character. Character lore is when we are in character. So, like, events we're in a character, lore we're in a character.
So, Shadow, Ayana, is actually one of Angel's creations. Because Angel used to deal... Because remember how we said that Angel used to do shit with
It's a lot of fun.
And that's how it caused her death?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, one of her last creations before the big one, as I'm going to refer to it, is Shadow and Ayana. Shadow Ayana is a combination of a wither, Shadow, plus a human, Ayana. Ayana, when Angel got her hands on her, was almost dead.
Yep.
Because she was petrified. Shadow, on the other hand, alive and kicking. Very much kicking, and very much wanting to get the fuck away. I think.
Yeah, I
I
would
don't
say
know.
so.
Yeah, because who really wants to be who really wants to be experimented on by a megalomaniac scientist wanting to create the biggest world-ending explosion ever?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sign me up.
You know, that sounds vaguely
So,
familiar.
in any case,
Okay.
Angel makes Shadow the big one. Big one happens. Shadow is somewhere in the Nether.
Oh yeah,
When
because
that
I got
happens,
sent through into the Nether because I was labeled I was labeled
she
a
was
failure.
technically a failure in Angel's eyes because she wasn't good enough. She wasn't powerful enough to bring the boom to the. Wasn't powerful enough to be.
I couldn't kill a single faction.
Yeah, not a single faction. You could still kill people, just not, an entire.
Yeah, you've killed me. How
city.
many times have you killed me? Probably over 100 of this.
Well,
point.
you're a semi-corporeal. Well, you're a semi-corporeal being. You're different.
Ouch.
You're special.
Yeah, you're.
I feel like that's worse than being called different.
Wow.
Wow.
We're trying to give you. Anyhow.
This is a good special. I don't think you would want to get killed multiple times in person.
In any case, Shadow is somehow keeping Ayana alive. However, she is also slowly killing Ayana at the same time because, she's an active wither. And she was fused together with a normal human by a mad scientist during probably during a semi-drunk fit of inspiration.
Oh, most definitely. Although Angel wasn't really that drunk when doing the experiments.
I did say semi.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying when Angel not drunk or alive.
When she was alive. When she was alive, that's how.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, she probably had a little bit, because it's a bit. This is something really big,
There's got to be
like
somewhere
she's
in the world.
she's making come on, you probably need a little bit of liquid courage in order to fuse an active wither and a human together.
Sane, Connor.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, PK.
It's been an absolute pleasure staying on, hearing all of this. Honestly, appreciate all
See you,
of you.
Hunter.
Bye, Hunter.
You gotta go, Hunter.
Yeah. Good night, Hunter.
Yeah, go to bed.
All right.
Have a good night.
So,
Hey, Connor, you and me are in the same time zone.
So to continue.
It's 11.
So to continue, they made it out, but at some point, somehow, somewhere, why, a skull was shut out in the process. That skull was captured somehow, put away, and later ended up in Yuto's hands.
Oh yeah, that thing.
The skull was as ironically, a Christmas present. Believe it or not, for Secret Santa.
Oh my god. Was that actually what Secret Santa was? Is that the actual present that you got?
It was. But I am only now connecting it to the lore.
Oh.
I only recently connected it to the lore.
Hey,
I don't think it was initial. It wasn't initially intended for that regard, but now it is. In any case, so one day during the witherhead starts hissing very lightly. Yuto brushes it off, and and then one day Shadow is in control, and Shadow is talking to Ionites. He hears the hissing
Oh, when Shadow had to
familiar.
pretend to be Iona. When Shadow had to pretend to be Iona.
Yes. And
Oh yeah,
hears
that
the
was
familiar
fun.
hissing, and realizes there's a connection. Now he didn't know a whole lot, but he could get he's a wither skeleton. He spent a lot of time in the Nether, but he knows some. He can figure stuff out. So he starts. So he pulls Shadow over for a chat.
Well,
And
let's
that's
just say
when.
for now, some stuff goes down.
And one of the things is that Iona is dying. And that Shadow, while being the only thing to keep her alive, is also the very same thing that's killing her. Slowly, of course. Shadow is able to control all the spread of wither corruption. But if complete wither corruption does occur for Iona, well, let's just say weapons better be ready.
Oh yeah, because I did say that you guys might need a wither-proof prison cell.
Hmm?
I did say that you guys might need a wither-proof prison cell.
Oh yeah. Also, Shadow has asked if something goes wrong regarding Runic, lock her away.
Yeah.
However, that is a double meaning because full wither corruption.
Wait, what was the meeting?
Because full wither corruption does stuff to people.
Wait, no. Lock of Runic. Wait, no, I don't remember this happening.
Right. We'll lock her in with me, rather.
Why?
Because she holds the shop.
I know, but why are we locking me?
Because
oh yeah, this was when you were running around mining into the walls the other night.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to what you guys were saying.
Yeah, no. It was something along the lines of he's stuck in there with me. I think is what you said.
Monster, no turning me into a fucking beacon. God damn it.
Don't tell him what the heart is.
Nah. In any case.
Anyway, I think that's basically caught up.
Yeah, there's some other things that if you've seen this, that if you want, you can watch her previous streams.
Yeah, they're like hours long. I'll be honest here, but it does have a lot of good lore in it that.
And then yesterday. Oh, yesterday. So, Angel had been asked to do some tests on the corrupted heart by Runic. And by corrupted Runic, who of course knew that Angel had created Shadow Iona.
Yep.
Angel came back, had some fairly unconclusive results, and naturally,
Monster, no.
we told her, naturally, Yuto and Shadow, who were there at the time, had told Angel about their plans to potentially give Runic his own body through necromancy.
Yeah, fun fact, I was actually gone for this conversation, so
you were gone for the conversation, but we technically put it canon that you're okay. Crypt of the Necrodancer is a good game, but
sorry, Monster actually gave me a really good fucking idea for if Iona gets fully corrupted. Because Monster just said, imagine if Iona fully corrupted turns into a wither, but is textured as a human Iona. I mean, you can't do.
Crazy.
You can't do you can't change how the person, you can't change like the person's like arms and shit, and also the fact Optifine doesn't fucking let you have invisible arms.
But that is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's actually a really cool idea. Although if you remember the way that Yuto described it to
Yeah, it was
Ayana,
different.
It's much different, but then again, that was a story he had heard. He doesn't know what would happen to her.
Oh god.
He doesn't know what would happen to her. So
that's why I liked having / disguise, but yeah, no, can't do that no more.
So, in any case, Angel decides, fuck it, if I'm going to have to do this, I need my journals.
I kind of just got given one of them, told to keep it away from her, and that was that. I didn't realize.
In lore, you're gonna. Angel
lore,
needs to talk with you.
Gonna have to.
Angel needs to talk with you about that. So, we realize. So Angel's like, fuck it, I need my butler, who is actually in real life her fiance, Zanzibar.
Okay, again, also out of context here, as soon as she was like, okay, I need to get Zanzibar, and just
like,
here in the background, should I get on now?
It was the best timing of all.
It was perfect timing, and we were like, god damn it, yes!
We were just like, yes.
That's so funny.
No, it was.
Zanzibar was.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, no.
And, like she made him the skin and everything. So in canon, she actually made him. And
let's just say Zanzibar was apparently special enough to her that she just kept them, even though half the time she doesn't know why she kept them.
Because he's a broken. He can write in a language but can't read it.
He can write in a language but can't read it.
Of a wither and a creeper, but he can't even go boom.
Yeah, he used to be able to, and then she was like, "Yeah, no, you're not allowed to do that no more."
Hell, he was even able to be supercharged. All right, he was even able.
The wither portion probably made it so he can't go boom.
No, she took that out.
No, she took it out. However, as retribution, he takes off the suit that she made him.
He has fucking he has a fucking creeper face on his legs, which is fucking funny.
But it's withery enough.
It's withery enough that it's still that like dark black, almost gray.
It is. Trying to translate the rune text she typed this in.
Wait, no! Is Journal 4 also in the goddamn rune text? No. Hold on to it.
Don't give it to him just yet, because oh my god, that's hilarious.
We're not in character yet.
That is hilarious. There's like
because Journal 2 is in the rune is in the weird text, and we didn't know what the hell.
Remember how I said in the past my character knows a rune text? I never specified what rune text.
Oh my god.
Wait, so because Lily, here's the funny thing. The funny thing is that the rune text that Angels like writes in like that's the ancient language from from me and Angel's original realm of the factions. So that way no one else could read it.
I've gotten yeeted through so many realms that I could have.
Yeah, that is true.
You've been heated so much.
Tossed through so many realms that you probably even got tossed back to a time before the destruction of the original.
Yeah, you probably did.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, hell,
my character is very versatile and story-wise.
Yeah, no, you've literally made the ultimate time traveler.
I think
realm traveler.
I think I'm gonna end the stream here for a little bit, and then we're gonna
You have 6 viewers though.
I know, but we're gonna it's just gonna be a quick break, and then we reconvene and character lore story.
Yeah, and then character lore, and then we're going.
So actually,
it's just all the arrows. Sorry.
While we get everything set up and ready to go.
I'm going to go grab a snack, get some water.
Yeah, we're gonna get what we need done, and then I will send you guys over to Mikey, because he's doing some Bed Wars, so I'll let you guys still get some content. I'll let you guys still be able to see some shit. What the fuck is playing?
But where's my Mianite RPG?
Mianite RPG will be right back. We are just quickly going to do a small break. And also, I want to annoy the shit out of Mikey by raiding him, so...
Oh, okay, that's valid.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm done. Monster, were you able to join the call the entire time?
Alright.
Yeah, but I'm
We're just gonna go raid him. So let's go. You guys, y'all, get ready, because we are raiding. So get ready to
everyone,
just
3,
scream
2,
raid.
1, Wagwan!
Wagwan.
Alright, I'll be right
so bad,
back,
though.
stream,
I
don't
feel
worry.
bad for you.